Good evening, lovelies. How are we doing? Happy Friday. Happy weekend. Also, happy spooky month. And as you can see, we have not started that yet. We will go slightly spooky on Sunday. If you are in the Discord, you already know. But on Sunday, if you're not in the Discord, I'm gonna give you a little peek. What we're gonna do starting Sunday. Normally, Sunday is our cozy Stardew day where we play our expanded perfection. Hello, Smurf. Welcome in. For the upcoming month, we will play a bit more Stardew, and we're starting a new farm, which does not have expanded in it, which will be a bit darker, a bit more witchy. There will be alchemy involved. There will be monsters involved. New vibes to Stardew. And that way it kind of creates a whole damn new game, kind of, with the same basics that we know. But I'm really looking forward to it. It will be sort of a monster farm, yeah. We are absolutely gonna tag on the Monsters at Night part for this file. Yep, hello my dear, how are you doing today? I'm quite sure you think, thank God it's weekend. Big hugs to you, I hope you're doing okay. But yes, we're gonna do a little bit of a witchy monster farm starting on Sunday. Hence why my overlays are still not spooky, because today's not a spooky day yet. It is weekend, dear. It is. It's Friday evening. It is weekend. And I do hope you get some rest this weekend. And a bit of space for yourself. And maybe some fun things. You can fit them in your schedule. But before we are diving into the spookiness of this month, I just could not let you guys not end this game. We had to. So I had to. So here we are today with what is probably our last. Quite probably our last I was a Teenage Exocolonist stream for a long while. Who knows, I might at some point decide to return and do another playthrough and see where we get. Maybe go a completely different route. But that won't be for a long time because I have so many other games that I want to share with you. But this needs to be finished. We need to know if we made the right decisions, or at least different enough decisions to get a better ending. Yep, since you've barely worked this week and have spent most of your time taking off work to take care of your dad, it's mostly just a weird week, and this stuff continues into tomorrow and Sunday and next. Oh, I'm so sorry, dear. Is there anyone who can help you with that? Because it's a lot to take on your own. And I hope they understand that work. I hope they understand. Yeah, I got that. It is okay. You're tired. You're being lived right now. Slightly surviving. I get it. It's okay. I hope you can relax a little bit tonight. Hanging here. Your mother is moving house unless long COVID. Yeah, I understand that your mother is not an option. I understand that. But is there no one on your father's side? Not really anyone else that can help. That really sucks. We'll talk more in DMs, okay? Feel free to reach out. Your father is a hermit. Yeah, I remember you saying that. Yeah. That is very inconvenient. I understand, and it is very inconvenient. I made myself a cup of peppermint tea because I wanted that, and it's so good. It has started to rain. It looks like it's gonna be raining a lot this weekend, and I am all here for it because I am ready for the comfy, cozy autumn vibes. So tomorrow I'll set up my living room space, and I'll be inhabiting that for a while, and I haven't done that in a long time. I don't know. For some reason, I'm in this space or my bed, not so much on the front of my home. So we're gonna try and change that again. These cozy seasons. So shall we go to the game? Because we made it to year... Oh my god, did I not? I did not. I'm sorry, guys. Oh, we've done this before. I can do this. I have been streaming for 2.5 years, over 2.5 years. I should have things fixed once I start. I forgot this little part. Anyways. We are 19 years old. Finally. And we're gonna see what is gonna happen now. We know that the moment we had was different than last time. Enjoy your alert, Mrs. B, and congrats on getting that second seed planted. Thank you for being here today. We're gonna get this. We're gonna have a little conversation with our boyfriend. You spot Dice returning home from one of his long expeditions. He's covered in sweat and grime. His hair matted to one side of his head. But he looks happy. More happy than you thought he could be here. Hey, Eleonora, Dice says, jumping out of the transport and giving it a fun smack on the roof. What did I miss? Well, quite a bit actually. Congrats on getting that third seed planted, Smurf. Well done. Hey, let's get out of here. I was just thinking the same thing, Dice says, giving you one of his rare smiles, and we go for a hike. After checking your gear, you and Dice strike out from the colony in a seemingly random direction. It's hard to tell if it is random. Dice seems equally as comfortable here as he feels out of place in the colony. He easily finds the hidden paths between trees, worn down by generations of xenofauna. He guides you to a clearing in the wilderness featuring a large flat-topped rock. Dice climbs up first and extends his hand, pulling you up. You spread out a blanket under the wide bowl of the sky. The sounds of the fungal forest swell and subside around you as you lie there together for a few hours, broken only by a handful of meandering, thoughtful conversations. Dice has a comforting presence by your side, and you feel utterly safe under his protection. Dice traces his thumb over your knuckles. I'm glad I can share this with you, he says softly. Not many people get it, but you do. Thank you. I try my best, Auden. I try my best, and at the same time, we're also gonna find Sim soon. Let's have a little conversation with our parents, see what they have to say. Nothing new. She's just going on about the same things. Working hard or hardly working? No, we're good. Hey, Cal. Kel is patiently walking through the garden hand in hand with Aginesea, Tammy's daughter. What's that? He says, pointing to a dorpsmoth fluttering by. Can you say dorpsmoth? Dorpsmoth. Aginesea makes a noise that sounds like Bob, 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 and cold cheers. That's right. Who's Daddy's smart little girl? Aww. He looks up and sees you watching and blushes red. Hi, Eleonora, he stammers. What's going on? Why are you flushing by that, sweetie? That is all good. I love that you're doing that, Kel. Yes, that is an alien egg. Enjoy it. Let me check on friendship. 63 with him. We're so close with Enemo now. Hi, Martz. Martz surveys the colony walls. I do hope it will be enough, she says quietly. I just can't help but feel like we're capable of more. Get into a debate? You know what? Why not? Martz would never stoop to using her fists to get her way, but she loves a good fight nonetheless. You ask her what she would have done differently if she'd been a captain of the stratospheric when you landed, and her eyes go wide. She launches into a laundry list of shoulda-wouldas, and whatever she says she would have done, you offer reasoning for why it wouldn't have worked. After a little while of this, Martz is positively invigorated. Whoa, you really thought about all this, didn't you? She says, cracking a little smile. You're totally right. It's a lot more complicated than just making decisions and telling people what to do. Thank you. It is so important to have people like you around to keep me on my toes. She cracks her knuckles. Okay, but when I'm governor, I will do so much better than the adults can. You know what? I'm quite sure you can. That is what you can and will do. I'm quite sure of it. Not right now, Naomi, but thank you for being here. Rex yawns and scratches his stomach. It's as good a day as any to enjoy the miracle of existence, I guess, he says, and shoots you a thumbs up. Not much more I could ask for, really. Hugs incoming. Yay. There we go. Tammy. You find Tammy sitting on the stoop of the lounge, a thick shawl over her shoulders and a steaming mug in her hands as she watches Echinacea playing nearby. She looks up and smiles faintly as you approach. Do you ever think... She starts, and then frowns and shakes her head. No, never mind. Forget I said anything, please. There's no sense worrying about the future. Fair. We are not gonna interact with Tangent. We are gonna interact with Enemondo. Nem seems unusually withdrawn today. Eleonora, what if... She stops and looks down to the ground. Never mind, actually. I got myself into trouble with him. I can't get out of it. I just have to apologize. No. Oh. We need to get on your good side here soon. Please, darling. How far are we? Oh, so close. So close. Get out of that relationship. Quickly. Okay, let's see if we can find Sim. Everything here has... I think we are going to the... Yeah, all the events have respawned, so... I kind of want to see if I can find him here anyways. Let's try. Also, I love the music that is here. Okay. Nem is here to see you off. To see off you and Face. Well, she's mostly here for Face. Be careful, hero, she says, kissing him enthusiastically. As she's in charge of her own defense squad, she rarely sees field work. I'll keep the colony safe while you're gone. Counting on you, Face replies, and gives her a butt squeeze. Come on, stop that. She giggles. Keep the home fires burning. I'll be back before you know it. I'm gonna go for this one. Face rolls his eyes. Oh please, I could do this solo. He scoffs and holds Nem. Isn't that right, Nemi? Well, Nem says, running her finger over Face's arm with a flirty smile. Maybe I should come with you someday. You know, to watch your back. You think I can't handle myself, he says, quietly. His smug smile stiffens. Ooh. Nem's eyes go wide and she throws her arms around him. No, babe, she simpers. I just wanted to be with you. That's it. I'm sorry. Oh, you're apologizing just for a flirty joke? Oh, he's bad influence all around. That's more like it. Oh, red flags all over. Face? You are not making a good case for yourself here. That I can tell you. We are not gonna interact with the animals here, because I am now quite sure that whatever we do, it will end up in the animals being killed, and we're not going to do that. I refuse. I absolutely refuse. We might at some point do a couple of the other ones, but also we're gonna have to be careful about it. We're gonna have to be careful about it. At the same time, I really want this one as a pet. But we're gonna stick to the ones that we already have and be good with that. What do I refuse? I refuse to kill the animals in this game. Or at least I'm doing my very best to not kill them. The only reason we're here is because I kind of hope that we're gonna find Sim here with a scene that we haven't interacted with yet. That's the only reason we're in here. But I have a feeling that he isn't gonna show up in the swamps. I really do feel like he won't show up in the swamps. Which is strange to me. I'm not sure we want to do this one. This is the place. That faceless is still down there, preventing you from exploring the rest of the facility. You'll have to fight it if you want in. Face regards the hole in the ground with some hesitation. He's clearly remembering how badly he was injured last time. I'm glad you've got my back this time, he says. Let's kill this thing together. Oh, come on. Do we have to? Okay. Once more into the breach. Yeah, I think you're right, Jib. So this is gonna be the last one. I just don't want to anymore. This is gonna be the last one. I was trying to give it a shot, but we're not going to do any more here. You crawl through the hole and emerge into the crystal vat cavern. The faceless is still here, seemingly motionless until it senses you. It lunges towards you, but stops a few meters away. It's wedged. The ceiling is just too short for it, giving you a precious few feet of safety in which to compose yourself before confronting it. You think maybe something went wrong with its gestation? Like, maybe it wasn't supposed to break out of the vat when it did? Possibly. Whatever the reason, it's still here. And it's still huge and dangerous. And you need to take care of it before you can explore this room. Nope. Grab vase and leave. On second thought, there's no way you're ready to deal with this monster, and you won't let Vase risk his life either. Vase is disgusted by your cowardice, but he follows you back into the tunnel. He knows he can't take this thing on alone. The creature tries to chase you, laboriously crawling on his belly and reaching with his terrible hive of tentacles for you. But it can't follow you into the tight space. You aren't going to be able to explore this place without going through that faceless first. Fine, I don't care. We're not going to do it. Too bad, Vase. I'm backing out. What I am curious about, though, is if Sim ever shows up in the swamps. Could someone maybe look that up? Is that something someone could do for me? Have a little look if Sim ever shows up in the swamps. Because I haven't found him here yet. Nope. No Sim. No Sim whatsoever. back home then. Go home. I don't care that that was a sort of wasted, except for the combat month. As usual for this time of year, your dreams have been more vibrant and invasive. You have trouble distinguishing dream from reality during the day, and you dread falling asleep at night. Huh. How did that Popeye get into your bedroom? Wake yourself out of this dream. Yes. You resist the temptation to chase the little Popeye and instead lay back down in bed, telling yourself to wake up. Wake up. And it works. Insomnia. Milky quiet sunlight pours through your window, flakes of bromide snow piling up against the glass. You feel as tired as when you went to bed. It's your birthday. You're 19 years old. Only one more year as a teenager. Yup. Okay, we got... That's a bit annoying though. But whatever. Fine. We'll deal with the insomnia. Okay. Nem. Ooh. Are we close with you? Oh, very close. Very close to getting where we want to get with you. Check in with our dear Dice, and then we're gonna find Sim somewhere else. Dice hikes his backpack up on his shoulders and looks wistfully out into the wilderness. Everyone's so afraid of what's out there, he says. Why? It's wonderful. I've never felt so free in my life. Fair enough. I'm gonna give you a little gifty. I know you like that. Okay, then... Bravery has already been filled, almost filled up, not completely yet. We could do that, or no, nothing for us. Nothing for us. Engineering. I do like the ridge. Also because we can learn more about the convergent domain there. So we're going to go to the ridge. Okay, let's see. Let's hope Sim is here somewhere and has something new to tell us. Maybe about the swamps. Oh, yes, please. You find your way blocked by a massive wall. Oh yeah, we've done this before. We're gonna do it again anyways. How am I doing? I am doing okay. I had a busy week. And we're gonna take a slow weekend. No fun. Well, it will probably be fun as well. I'm gonna set up my living room space because I haven't used that much over the past, well, I'd say probably 3 years. So I'm gonna set up my laptop there, on hook it onto the TV, to put Sumi on there for tomorrow. Start a knitting project for my mom, and just relax. Most of it, actually. Do a whole bunch of laundry. And cook a really nice meal for myself. That's the plan for tomorrow. And then Sunday in the morning, I'll do some things in the house. And in the afternoon, we are gonna start our journey with our new Stardew file for this month. Big Sumi indeed. Yes. Yes, that's the idea. Okay, let me see. I need to get the 70. That's gonna be easy. Sing is gonna be easy. We'll see if it is actually. Fine. Don't really care. Yeah. Is that better than this? Nope. 29 is more. And then we need 23. We're good here. We're good. That already does it. And then we're gonna throw on this one here. Cool. You find more scraps to convergent domain writing and technology. And you document everything to bring back to Utopia. Okay, that was an easy one. And nothing new. Sim? Are you here? You are, and you want to talk. Fuck yes. Yes. Sim nods as you approach. Just a human I wanted to see, he says, with a solemn smile. The Overseer would like to see you again, speak to you again. Ooh, more lore. It's getting really fresh at your place. Yeah, same here. It only got to 14 today. Up until now, it still reached 18 during the afternoon sun, but it was 14 today. It will not be much more tomorrow. So, autumn is kicking in. Okay, here we go. Sim leads you to the same cave as before. Nothing has changed. And you get the impression that nothing much does change here. You place your hands on the handles of the array and wait. We have thought over our conversation. You feel the Overseer in your mind. We consider that symbiosis may be corrupt and in need of reabsorption. But his affection for your species is genuine. So we have an offer to make you. Let's go. Go see the Overstuff, exactly. Humans wield godlike powers, but lack the capacity to understand the consequences of their actions, the Overseer explains. You have no connection to the land you claim, beyond a short, brutal window of your own consciousness. Our offer is this. We will not eradicate your colony. Instead, you will be tended to, just as the gardeners tend to the rest of the planet. You will be given fresh water, clean air, and good soil, and be protected from outside harm. What is the catch? What do you want in return? In exchange, humans will stay within their colony and limit the population growth so as to maintain the balance within the habitat. You will not leave this territory to procure more resources. You will cease all hunting, logging, and expansion outside of your valley. I don't think I can get them to do that. What, like a human nature reserve? Or don't you realize I'm just a kid? Dick and Chief will never agree. Right? Lum is never gonna agree to this. More or less, the Overseer responds. You are a curiosity to us, as well as a sentient species. We would like to preserve you, without endangering the ecological balance of the planet. Now, you will go and convince the others of your species to agree to your compromise. Oh, you fear that too? Yeah. Especially because we are full on rebellion here. Whoopsie. But it was our only way to get down here and get this part of the story. I'll try my very best. You say you don't know if there's any way to convince Governor Lum to agree to this. Okay, good. That is already part of the story. Okay, fine. The Overseer seems to accept this. An envoy will visit in glow season to discuss it formally, it replies. To be clear, an armed envoy. We suggest making yourselves look non-threatening by then. Sim gives you a slight smile. That seems like it went well, he says. I fought hard for them to consider options other than eradication. I'm glad that my trust in you was correct. Thank you, Sim. Sim's curiosity unlocked. As Sim leads you back to the surface, you quietly wonder at him. This man, or rather, this ancient artificial intelligence resembling a man, has pushed his directives to the limit to help humanity. His interest started with mere curiosity, but over time he's come to love humans and value your survival. Has he made a mistake? I really hope he hasn't. Ooh, plus 10 if this is the only brain card. Ooh, interesting. Bob doing well. Sim is doing very well indeed. Thank you, Sim. Have you decided what to do about the Overseer's offer yet? Sim asks. I don't mean to exert pressure on you, but your time is running short. Yeah, we have a couple of months. Could you help calm me down? Of course, Sim murmurs. Thank you, darling. I don't think we can date him anymore. Sadly. I have a feeling that we can't go that route anymore in this playthrough. But now that we know how to find him, we'll try that in the next life. Knowing that he's around. And that will probably also give us more interesting interactions. You hope they don't outright kill the envoy. Yeah, me too. That would absolutely suck. And screw with all the progress we've made with the gardeners. Utopia. Oh, right, because we know about this place. The quakes. Ooh. Share your findings on the obsidian layer. Share your findings on the gardener's array. I'm not gonna do that with her. We can do this. You explain that below the sands, there is a thick layer of the dark silica crystal obsidian stuff. The convergent domain used. Utopia knots. Right, you can see it in the striations, yeah? It's one of the major landmarks in the geological timeline. Obsidian and earthquakes are both associated with the volcanoes, but there are no volcanoes here. Not even a fault line, Utopia says, wiping her forehead. It's just not natural. I'm not sure we should do this. I do. Okay, yeah, do you think I should just start telling Utopia about this? And what is the standard? But yeah, could, but... Yep, Smurf, what do you guys think? Are we gonna do this, yes or no? You don't know. There is nothing I have... that does not help me. Anyone else in chat? One point or the other will have to tell someone. I'm just wondering if Utopia is the right person for that. She seems like a good person to start with. Should we start with our parents? If we can. I'm not sure though. She has been studying them. Okay, we're gonna risk this. The what now? Utopia asks. I ain't never heard of that, she says, and the geologists all exchange similar looks. You explain that the convergent domain has this huge computer network, and some of it is still running. It was used to study and maintain the planet. It might even be dangerous. This might not be the right thing. Utopia's original crew and knows the subject. True, she's very science-like, so she might be reasonable. You guys make great comments, make great reasoning there, and we're doing this. Utopia doesn't look convinced. I'm not one to throw out a theory, but that's pretty far-fetched, Eleonora. All we've seen are ruins. She squints and thinks it over. Well, if that's true, maybe something went wrong with this array, and it overloaded all the solar crystals. That level of cataclysmic disaster is the sort of thing that might end the civilization. Yeah, this is not gonna go well. So we're gonna go here. We're not gonna mention Sim, because they're not gonna believe us. Help them work. Okay. We have mentioned it, and that was not gonna go well. We would have gone the other way. This is all that. Come from there. So now we're gonna go here. Is that the same? Oh no, there's no end boss this time. Talk to parents first also doesn't seem like a bad idea. Thanks. Apparently there's nothing new here. But that's probably because... yeah. That's because we had the interaction with the overseer here. Okay, fine. Go home. Though it might help if you and your boyfriend talk about it. Ooh. Talk to Dice first. That is a great idea. Yes. Dice. Hello, my love. He does not want to talk. Nope. This is not something that has to do with Dice, it seems. So we're gonna check... no, one. Wait. We're gonna do one thing first. And let us see if we can give a gift to Nem. No, but I'm gonna do this. Nem looks up from her holopalm as you approach. Eleonora, can you block someone from sending you holos? Just temporarily, she asks. Her holopalm chimes with another incoming message and she winces. I really screwed up, but now Vase won't leave it alone. I said I was sorry. That's not good. That is not good. I'm glad she's opening up to me though. We need one more heart with her. And then we can talk to her again, and I hope we can like split them up at that. Because they need to split up. That is very toxic. Also, Kel? Would Kel... maybe... no. Kel is standing in the middle of the garden, looking out towards the wall with a critical eye. Almost 9 years here, and we still haven't figured it all out, he says, then sighs. I tried, Eleonora. I really did. I still think there's hope for peace with the aliens. I just wish other people thought so too. Oh, if only you knew, Kel. If only you knew. Would it be strange to think that Mars could play a role in this? Maybe Mars has a role in this. But let me check in with that first. If your mom already said no, I agree with her, your dad says, without looking up from his work. I know you two disagree about things, but she's still your mom. Well, Dad... the hell? It's not this either. Okay, how are we supposed to do this then? Who are we supposed to talk to? You wouldn't think so? Mars is super judgmental. Yeah, but also trying to Um, she has good ideas. I just can't help but feel like we're capable of more. That thing. As a kid, she was very judgmental. I think what is going on there has for a lot to do with ambition. Um, but I might be incorrect there. I need to get my reasoning up, I feel. I think we should wait with that for one night. 1 month longer. I'm not sure what we're gonna do here though. You find Rex sitting in the bowl of one of the unfinished buildings, taking a hit off of a rolled cigarette that smells powerfully skunky. He jumps a little when he sees you before relaxing. Oh, it's only you, Eleonora, he says, waving at the cloud of fumes and giving you a squinty-eyed smile. Don't mind me, I'm just testing some of the latest crops for quality assurance. Sure. Enjoy. Ooh. You're looking for Rex by the construction site, but Rex finds you first. Tackle hug. You turn to the source of the yell. Rex is barreling towards you, arms outstretched. You have about 2 seconds to decide how to react. Screw it. You're ready yourself to launch into his embrace, catching a glimpse of Rex's delighted smile as he scoops you up in his strong arms. He lifts you off of your feet and swings you around, laughing. Hey, oh, Eleonora, Rex exclaims. He holds you easily against his chest. What's a good girl like you doing in a place like this? You're the good boy, Rex. Ah, shucks, Rex laughs. He sets you down gently on your feet. You got me. It's me. I am the good boy. You think you're starting to understand this strange Helio boy and his love of hugs. So, Rex asks, crossing his arms. Were you looking for me? What do you need? Oh. Let's do something fun. +4 if stress is over 50. Ooh. Interesting. Let's do something fun. Like what? Do you want to skip work and hang out? Rex looks torn. Oh man, he groans. Normally, yes, for sure. But I'm actually super stoked to work on the bill today. He jerks his thumb towards the construction project behind him. If you want, you can come see what we're working on. Rex takes you on a tour of the construction site. He's great company, and basking in his excitement is a pleasant way to spend an afternoon. When you wave goodbye to him so he can get back to work, you feel a little bit lighter. Thank you, Rex. That was sweet. Here. Have a little present. Yes. For you. Where are we with Tammy? Oh, you know what? Just for shits and giggles. Martha's sitting with her head propped up on her hand. I just think I'd make a better governor, she sighs. Instead, this space head with a gun thinks he knows what's best for the colony. She rolls her eyes. Like, okay, he's older, but I've lived here almost half my entire life. Like, who are you going to trust here? She's got a point. That one. Cool. Wait, you do not have a two-heart interaction? Damn it, Martz. Damn it. Okay. Reasoning. Where are we gonna find that again? Empathy. That gives us reasoning. That gives us engineering. Was there a different thing that gave us reasoning? I think there was. There was something else that gave us reasoning. I'm not sure anymore what it was. Is it something here? Nope. Well then. Here then? I doubt it, but we can try. This is just a supply. Oh. To Lum? I think that is our only option, honestly. Here we go. Okay. Governor Lum is staring into space, but snaps out of it as you enter the room. What is it, colonist? We're not even gonna try to tell him about Sim. We're gonna go with this. Lum rolls his eyes. Eleonora, buddy, there is no sentient life over Tomna. Yeah, me too, Smurf. We're it. Whatever you've seen out there, it's not like us. We're the rightful rulers of this planet, he continues. I'm not going to let some old garbage computer program stand between us and our destiny. He clenches his fists. We'll find a way to destroy them. They're more dangerous than you think. Never doubt humanity's strength, Eleonora. He grins coldly. It's a good thing I'm the governor of this colony, not some coward like one of you Stratos. He dismisses you, but he might have a point. Deposing him as governor would solve a lot of problems. You know Martz would be on board, you see? There we go. This is the way to go. Hi, Martz. We need to talk. Oh. Or not. Do we need to do that here then again? No. How are we gonna do this? Oh, does this mean we should have had more friendship with Martz? Is that the thing here? Because that would suck. Would that be the thing? We can only get this, bring this to a good ending if we have a good standing with Martz. Because that's, we're not going to be able to make that. Ah, shite. Ugh. This is also literally the only thing we can do here to get friendship with Martz. Oh boy. How are we? We're good on food. I'm guessing what you need for good ending is more lives with better standing and stats everywhere. I don't think about this. The stats are pretty damn good, honestly. I'm not sure. But what we can do now, because we tried this and the month is not over yet. So what I want to do is see if we can find Sim. And if we can talk to him. We don't know anything. So let's find Sim again. How about foraging? Yes. So that we can also get some more eggs. Okay, let's see. Oh, and ads incoming soon. We'll have a look at that in a bit. Sim is here, but he does not want to talk. We are gonna check in with him though. We have an egg here. No. But that also means that we are not there yet. If we have the same message as last time with him asking if we've done something but nothing to click there for, that does mean that nothing has changed yet in our playthrough so far. So we are gonna get the things here. Maybe interact with that plant today after we've gathered all the stuff. I have a feeling that there is no end boss here either. Not sure why, but just have that feeling. No, there is an end. Oh, there is something here. Let's dive into it. You're getting accustomed to navigating the thick, choking pollen in the Valley of Vertigo. Once you learned how to decipher the path in the fog, it's almost as if the valley was designed on purpose, blanketed edge to edge with edible food just ready for the picking. You don't come across anything edible, but there are plenty of flowers. You pluck one and tuck it behind your ear as you keep walking. Wait, this flower smells amazing. Spicy sweet. Ooh. You fill your basket with flowers to be dried and turned into spices. And you meet up with Utopia, who congratulates you on your find. Look for more? Sure. Look for more. Fine. Oh, right. We got that card. True, we got that one. Next. 7 and a 5. Oh my goodness. This is also a really damn good card actually. Add a 5 there and we are already there. Cool. You stick around a little while longer, hauling basket loads back to base camp. Well, thanks, sweets, Utopia says, pleasantly surprised, and she rewards you with a handful of kudos. Okay, cool. I'm gonna stay here for a bit. Are we? Yes, because I wanted to do the one with the plant, but we first have to go into a little break. We're gonna do this one after the break. Go get yourself a drink, a snack, go to the bathroom, get more comfy for the next hour, and we'll continue our little playthrough here. See you in a bit. Thank you for sticking around, and hi, Liv. Enjoy your lurk. Okay. We're gonna do this. You find a triplet, a large, tasty plant. This one's huge. It's practically taller than you are. We're harvesting some stalks. You start breaking off the freshest and youngest looking shoots, and the plant shudders. Gonna analyze that. Thank you, Smurf. Shadow, hello? Okay. What is happening right now? Hi. What do you want? Do you want attention? Hi. Shadow. Sorry, guys. We are being interrupted right now. Sorry for any loudness. Yeah. Mary indeed. Oh, look at that. Mr. wanted some cuddles. Hi, Pissy. Welcome in. I hope you're having a good evening. Brum, hello. Hello, lovely. Okay. He is definitely doing better, Smurf. Thank you for asking. He's doing better, yeah, lots. It was indeed the food was bad. The whole bag was bad, so I'm throwing away 7 kilos of cat food. No. Shadow, we're done. Nee. Okay. No, he does not deserve treats after that. He does not deserve treats after that. I guess yelling is a no. Kinda, yeah. I'm sorry for the loudness there if it was there. Sorry. But yeah, no, he's doing better. It's raining, so he can't go outside right now, and he really wants to, so that's probably why he was like, I'm gonna come and annoy you. But yeah, no, we're not gonna do that. Not like this, at least. Not like this. Hey, Brum, how are you doing, dear? Stressful events with... Yeah, fine. I'm not gonna complain, honestly. Bored boy. Maybe. He could go outside all day, and he came back every time with it in half an hour. I'm not sure what that is about. But I'll make sure tomorrow to play a bit more with him. Is Steph doing better? Yeah. Oh. Well. Done. This is animal and perception, so it doesn't really matter. Yeah, this plant is alive and sentient, like an animal. It's definitely not happy that you're ripping its limbs off. It's hard to tell if it's in pain, really, but you'd say discomfort at least. All the same, we stop. Yeah, no, something about what you're doing just feels wrong. You make a note on your map of where it is, but oddly, you never find it again. You're doing good. Cozy evening gaming? Yeah, what are you playing today? What are you playing today? No, we should not go here. This is the wrong... Wait. Okay, we need to figure out how to get this thing going here. Gonna be interesting. Amber Owl. Oh, nice. You're really loving it. So good. Glad you found something that you like. Okay, I'm going home. Go home. Yes, go home. Okay. Early pollen dies, my love. Obliteration dies, muses, regarding you with a calm expression. It sounds scary, right? The idea of non-existence. He looks into the wilderness. I don't think so. If you're not afraid of death, total obliteration sounds wonderful. No more pain, no more drama, no more emotions, just peace. Honestly, I can't wait. You know what, guys? I understand. Not saying it's right, but I understand. Oh god. Last one. Thank goodness. Hi, Nem. Okay, here we go. Something's off with Nem today. You can tell just from watching her train that she's moving more slowly and seems distracted. Every so often she breaks from form to stare at Faze, who's working with a group of trainees on the other side of the garrison. Her unit leader singles her out and chastises her, gesturing for her to take a break and get her head on straight. Nem scowls as she slings over to the rest area. Where you hand her a water bottle. Hey you, she says, shooting you a little flicker of a smile as she takes a drink. What's up? Faze isn't talking to me, Nem replies, sighing heavily as she recaps her water bottle. It's been 2 days and he just acts like I'm not even here. I've tried to talk to him and he just says he needs time to think. We got into it about how much time you and I spent together. He thinks you like me and I told him it's not like that, we're just friends, but... Oh god, no way, that's not gonna happen. Nem exhales noisily and scrubs her heel of her palm into her eyes. Maybe the problem is just that he doesn't know you that well, she says. He doesn't trust you around me, that's all. Her face is right not to trust me. No, we're not gonna go that route. Ooh. Whoa, victim blaming much. Hello? This is not the... Do you want me to talk to him? Oh, Nem starts genuinely surprised. You don't have to do that. I mean, you can if it comes up, but... She crosses her arms and picks at the skills on her elbows. Please don't just storm off and talk to him, okay? If he knows that I talked to you about it... She blinks and shakes her head, as if shaking off a bad thought. You know what? Never mind, okay? It's nothing. I'm sure he'll come back around eventually. You and me? We're just friends, right? He's not worth it, Nem. Nem's head whips towards you, shocked. What? How can you say that, Aonora? Yeah, I know how he gets sometimes, but he's still my boyfriend. The way he treats you isn't healthy. Thank goodness we got the right one. Nem's eyebrows furrow. What do you mean, Aonora? Well, do you like when he accuses you? No, obviously. What it has to do with anything. The problem isn't you, it's him. You tell her she shouldn't have to constantly prove herself to Faze. I've never thought of it that way, Nem replies. It's like, we have this argument all the time. He gets mad because he thinks I was talking to someone too long, or because I said something that set him off. Yeah, that's not healthy. Why would you think someone's best friend is actually secretly trying to get with you? Control. Taking away the safe space, the security, the support. That is what it's about. He doesn't actually think that. But the fact that she has a link to the outside world is a problem. And when you talk to him about it, well, he gets really upset that I'm upset with him, and then I have to apologize and reassure him I love him, and it's always this whole thing. Oh god, yeah, this. He's mad about something that he has no right to be mad about, but he thinks he does. Entitlement and control. And then you, as the person who apparently has done something wrong, when you have done nothing wrong, is supposed to apologize and reassure the other person. Like, you didn't make sense in the first place. Why is it all of a sudden my responsibility to make sure you're okay? She sighs. I'm just so tired of it, you know? I don't know what else to do. I don't know if there's anything else I can do. Exactly. Yes! Matchbreaker. Matchbreaker. We did it. Nem wipes her eyes. I don't know what to think, she says. I'll talk to him about it and see what he says. He deserves a chance to explain himself, but... Her gaze darts back over the vase. I don't know if he'll be able to. She gives you a quick hug. Thank you for talking to me about this, Eleonora. You're my best friend on the whole planet. Yes. Normally, I do not like breaking people up unless there is a very, very good reason for it. And behavior like this that Vase just portrayed is one of those reasons. Enjoy being free, my dear Nem. Oh, you want to talk now? Shall we ignore him? Or shall we hear him? You're always mad about things you have no right to be mad about. Like, why did your friend paint your wall pink? How dare he? You asked him to do that? How are you liking it so far, by the way? It's been a couple of weeks. Definitely not because you asked him to, exactly. Guys, what do you think? Are we gonna see if Vase wants to say something about this, or are we just gonna ignore him? I'm gonna leave that up to you guys. Do we want to hear him digging that hole even further, or waving more red flags? Or do we just say, hey, fuck Vase? Yip says fuck Vase. What are the others saying? Not literally. Yeah, no, we're not gonna fuck. No, we're not gonna fuck Vase. Please no. I mean, probably at some point I will try to romance him just to see where that goes and what that does for the story in the game. All good, but that's not this playthrough. Absolutely not. Not in this life. Nobody else? Okay, in that case, bye Vase. Good luck with the rest of your life. We're gonna ignore you. Romancing Vase would require a lot of killing and fighting. Yeah, I'm gonna have to. I think romancing Vase is gonna feel like Joja Mart route in Stardew. Like, I really don't want to do this, but for the story and for the experience, here we go. Cal waves at you from the garden, then rises to his feet. It's almost comforting to see that, despite everything, he's still the same old Cal who likes to play in the mud. Hey Eleonora, he calls out to you. What's going on? You're a cutie. You were about to say this exact same thing? That's funny. So some kind of evil Eleonora would romance him? Probably, yeah. Yeah. Aww. I'm already thinking about my next game, Nomi says, twirling their pencil around the lock of pink hair. Should I make it a sequel to the first one or something different? Ooh, maybe I'll write a romance game. They stop and giggle. Eleonora, don't look at me weird. Just because I don't know about sex stuff doesn't mean I can't write a good romance. Some things are universal. You know what, Nomi? Fair enough. Here, have a little gift. Yes. I knew that was gonna happen. Nomi is camped out in the lounge. Their holopod screen spread out before them like a drawing table. In another screen, there's a collection of photos of a manticore. Nomi looks between the two screens, their brow furrowed in concentration, as they scribble directly onto the screen with a stylus. What are you doing? Well, Nomi replies thoughtfully. I wanted to write and illustrate a story about aliens, like in Turbogo Hyperjet Transform, except using the Xenos here on Vertumna, like manticores and faceless and stuff. But they can talk, and instead of attacking the colony, they help people instead. That sounds cool. You think I'm secretly always evil? You think? Okay. Thanks, Nomi chirps, scribbling happily at the drawing. I got the idea from the second Turbo Girl. You know, the one where the Medusa demons show up and the aliens and the Turbo Girls have to band together to defeat their common enemy. I remember that part. Oh, they exclaimed. That reminds me. So, I'm trying to brush up on my Xeno anatomy, and I'm totally fine with riding, but they blow out a big breath, ruffling their bangs. I kind of haven't been here long enough to make sure it feels right, you know? To make it go pop. And I want to make sure I'm being, you know, sensitive about stuff I don't know a lot about. So, I was wondering, could you help me with some of the world building? Love to. It's the red hair. It's fake. Sumi is also evil. Fair. If I'm evil the way Sumi is evil, then I'm gonna take that as a compliment. You spend an enjoyable afternoon helping Nomi with her story. When you're done, they give you a big hug and thank you profusely for your help. You feel really proud of what you've accomplished. Nice. Hi, Rex. Rex yawns and scratches his stomach. Hugs incoming. Let's go. How far are we with you? And wait, there. 45. I'm gonna give you a little gifty. Got ya. There you go. Mart squints up at the sky. I suppose it's better than being cooped up on the spaceship, she says begrudgingly. It's hot and dirty and it smells bad and there's nothing to do. Why, if it weren't for the constant risk we'll all die, it would be paradise. She sighs and her shoulders droop. Ugh, I hate this place. Fair. I just wish I could give her a gift every single day. But we can't. Dad? Your dad greets you with a smile as he looks up from his workbench. Hey, kiddo, he says. Dennis came around here earlier looking for you. Almost didn't know he was here. He's so quiet. He smiles fondly as he goes back to his work. Loves talking about native plants, though. Wish I could have convinced him to help out here in the lab. Look at my dad bonding with my boyfriend. Don't you have something you should be doing right now, Eleonora? You are very judgmental, Mom. I'm not sure I like that. Okay, let's see. Organizing. How much organizing do we need still? Too much. No. Okay. Let me check in here. I think we're screwed when it comes to this. We don't have enough friendship with Mars to do this. Although on the other hand, then it should show up, right? It should still show up, but we won't be able to do it because Mars is not either. I find this curious. Could check out here, but I don't think there's gonna be anything here. No. System med bay. Repair robots. 3 engineering. We're at 59. Need to get to 66. We could do this once. We could. I'm not sure that's a smart move to make here. I'm not sure what's a good idea here. Do we need more reasoning and thus study humanities? No. Life sciences? Or... So we're at 23 there. Let's repair the robots. Tank flags you down in the hallway. Oh, Eleonora, do you have a moment? You go out on expeditions sometimes, right? She asks. At least far more than I do, or would ever wish to. So, would you mind doing me a favor? Depends, what is it? It's a small thing, really, and I'm to understand it's not terribly dangerous either, Tang replies. I simply need you to bring me some hop-eye eggs the next time you come across a nest out there. I would ask Dice, but, well, she makes an evocative, dismissive gesture. Why? For science, obviously, Tang replies. It's on a need-to-know basis, and you don't need to know. Just bring me some eggs, or you can tell the chief engineer why you're holding me back. I am not your errand girl, Tang. I didn't say you were, Tang says, narrowing her eyes. I didn't realize it was too much to ask if you actually do your job. Excuse you? If you change your mind and find any hop-eye eggs while foraging, I do need them for my research. You might try looking in the Valley of Vertigo. Girl, I just told you no. Not me. Ask someone else. I'm not gonna do this. Bye. Wait, we're gonna wait with this one. Oh, that actually makes us... Oh, we don't have to wait with anything. No, wait. No, wait. No, wait. No, wait. We need to see if we can get this to a... Ah, really? Nope. Ooh. That still does not give me... Man. Okay, fine. We'll do it with a normal win. Oh, wait. This already gave me 5 engineering? Okay, fine. Fine. We're good. We're at 64. 2 more. Check in with them. Nem stares out at the walls, stone-faced. He barely acknowledges your presence. So good, sweetie. Take your time. Take your time. Just ate 600 grams of carrots as a snack. Can you stop eating healthy now? That's a lot. Damn. So how orange are you? Fair. You want to hear more? She hums and tosses her hair over her shoulder. You know, it's a lot of work. I practically run their whole command center. Requisitions and anal printing are the backbone of the whole colony. Whoa, she sounds like Administrator Seek. Could I work there with you? Well, Mars hems and haws, I suppose it is a lot of work to do alone. And I do like you. We should stick together. Whatever Mars does to pull Administrator Seek's strings works, because an hour later you get a message from them on your holopole. They're dubious that you'll be able to rise to the responsibilities of your role, but that's nothing new. Seek is dubious about everyone and everything, but they agree Mars would be more efficient if she had someone else to keep an eye on her. Almost Trump-shaded Soria too? Wow. Wow, yeah, fair. Fair, fair, fair. Work in the depot? Organizing persuasion. We should have known this before. That would have been interesting. We... I don't know. No, we're good here with dice. High let's survey the plains and see if Sim has something to say. But I'm afraid that we're just gonna have to wait now until Glow and the envoy comes. Which is gonna be a shitty situation. Because I'm not sure my people will be nice to them. Hi, Sim. No, you do not want to talk. He keeps going for this. Or maybe we should go to the riches for that. And we can only meet them through the rich. Ooh. Definitely. Yeah. Lum will definitely try to kill the envoy. Yeah, I think so too. But Red might keep him from that. Might. I'm not saying he will, but there is a chance. I'm not sure I want to. I'm willing to risk that chance, but there is a chance. But I just didn't think we should go back to the riches. But maybe we should go back to the riches and see if we can check in with the overseer there again. I think that is our best way forward. Is there by any chance a Nomi? Oh, there is a Nomi here. Hello, my darling. I'll be right with you. I'll be right with you. Oh, that's just something random again. That's fine. First gonna go to Nomi. Hello, my dear. You meet Nomi and Dice at the edge of a large lavender-hued lake. Hey, Eleonora, Nomi greets you. We're mapping the edge of this lake and taking water samples. Utopia gave us these cool drones to play with. Want to join us? Dice checks his holopalm. Map. It'll be faster if we split up. You go clockwise and I'll go counterclockwise. When we meet on the other side, we'll be done. I'll go with Dice. Are you sure? Dice asks doubtfully as Nomi tries to hide their disappointment. Okay, we'll see you on the other side, Nomi. Oh, I'm sorry, Nomi. Half an hour in, the drone you're using to map the edge of the lake, a sophisticated one the size of a golf ball that catalogs flora and tastes the air and water for mineral content, suddenly disappears. Its tracker gone from your holoscreen map. Ah, crap, Dice mutters. He looks concerned but steady. You see where it went down? We better try to find it and be quiet in case something brought it down. Okay. Yeah. It does not have the highest value. Wait, we are gonna do it like this. 17. Well. All cards become blue. Cool. Let's just do that. You scramble up a ridge for a better view. There it is. It's in the lavender water just at the edge of the lake. Dice is impressed you spotted it. Nomi comes around the bend and Dice fishes it out of the lake with a stick, saddened by its soggy, shorted out state. Maybe it can be fixed, maybe not. Whoa, Nomi says, pumping their arms. I thought I was the one who was going to have trouble. Not this time. Dice laughs it off and kindly congratulates Nomi on their successful solo mission. You finish taking readings of the far side of the lake with its remaining drone. Nomi suggests you break for lunch, and you enjoy a picnic together. The only 3 humans around for kilometers. Dice almost seems comfortable around the two of you. Yay. Our boyfriend is comfortable around us. I might sure hope so. Oh, another one? You find Nomi crouching in the bushes, watching a majestic bell kneel bathing in a nearby pond. They wave you over and pull you down to crouch beside them. Do you think I can ride it? They ask, gesturing to the balneol. They're so slow and gentle. I don't think it'll mind. Look at its cute little face. You watch the balneol open its cute little face and suck down a huge mouthful of mud and water. I can't let you do that. Oh, more? I'm sorry, Nomi, but it's really better for you. You wouldn't be. Women are scary, just looking at you in Brum. Sure. You threaten to tell Utopia if Nomia even thinks about attempting something so dangerous. That's not what I meant to do. They mope, but they respect your advice. When you both creep out of the bush, Nomi trips on a tangling branch and falls flat on their front. Oof, they giggle. Probably a good thing I didn't try to ride it right. I'm so clumsy. Oh, sweetie. Let's go home. Yeah, we're back. You were just in the kitchen. Why are we scary? Because we're women. I guess. You're browsing the colony bulletin board on your holopalm over breakfast when you notice a new post from Nomi. It seems to be a short story, and the title is Xenos to the Rescue. Oh boy. Fair answer is enough. You open the story and read through it. Whoa, it's actually pretty good. Nomi did a great job of grounding the unrealistic premise of talking manticores with relatable characters and a strong emotional story. With your help on some of the finer details, Nomi's written something that truly elevates the art form. You get a notification through your holopalm that you've received some kudos, along with a message from Nomi. Thanks for the help, Eleonora. Here are your royalties. Thank you, sweetheart. I'm sorry I was not so nice to you on the plains. That was not on purpose. Okay. Let me check out you. Nope. That's not it. You catch Nem around the side of the garrison, leaning her head against her arm. She pushes herself off the wall as you approach and rubs her eyes. What's up, Eleonora? Does someone need me? No, we're good. Oh, he doesn't want to talk to me again anymore. He figured out we're ignoring him. Cool. Rex slings his arm around you, knocking his head against yours. Another beautiful day in paradise, right? He says, voice light but dripping with irony. You doing okay? Taking care of yourself? Yes. Sure, you was just hoping to get lucky with a boyfriend secretly in the exocolony bushes? Yes. Yes, I was. Can you blame me? He's gorgeous. No, we're gonna find Sim. Did we even see Sim on the plains? I do not remember. I think we did. If you say so. I did. I did say so. Let's go here. It will also give us engineering, which is nice. I want to find Sim. And hopefully... You also think Bob is gorgeous? I do. Yeah. They both are. So is Nem. So is Mars nowadays. I mean... Bob is just like several thousand years too old for you. Semantics. Details. Nope. I don't know how to fix this. What am I supposed to do here? What am I supposed to do here? Sorry, but I am gonna quickly look this up. Oh, no, that's not what I wanted. And he is a tin can. Right, yes. Sorta. Sorta, yeah. Fair. Sort of a flashy tin can, yeah. Yeah, okay. I see. We're all just wild beings driving around fleshy blobs and hoping they're okay. True. True, true, true. Okay, I think I have understood what is happening. On a scale of 1 to 10, 10 being the most, how fucked is the planet colony? I'm not sure. That depends on how far tangent is on the thing. Um, hmm. Yeah, we're not gonna be able to do this line of story here. Okay, that sucks. But in that case, we are gonna, I don't know, get a couple of things up that might make sense. And then see what's gonna happen. The path ahead is blocked by a field of snaking vines and brambles. That sounds new, actually. They're flowering, enormous happy blossoms swaying in the shimmering heat waves. You could push through them, but your holopalm beeps as a warning. A radiation warning. We've had that before. What did we miss this time? No, it's not necessarily something that we missed. This is just how the game works, Smurf. And we still don't know if we're not gonna get... Like, we could still get a semi-good... ending. I'm not sure. We'll see. But the storyline with being able to take on the offer of the Overseer is not an option right now. I do now know what for next time I need to do, but we've already got so much lore and information extra this time. I'm not too bummed about it. Like, I'm not. We did so well. We did so damn well. Neutralize the radiation. Good thing you studied this plant earlier and know its wily ways. You tickle it just so and the radioactive flowers close. You push your way through to the other side, unharmed. Okay, that was... didn't do anything. Cool. How about this one? You and Dice are poking at one of the ruined buildings here. A jet black stone cube, now reduced to rubble and overgrown with large snaking roots and clusters of bright crystals. That also sounds new. Oh! Ooh. Hello, curious little humans, Sim says cheerfully, popping up from behind it. How is the archaeology going? Are you having fun digging up the secrets of the planet? Absolutely. You and Dice exchange a cautious look at Sim's tone, but Sim just laughs. I've convinced the others to allow me to nudge you towards the truth, he says. sitting primly on an outcropping of obsidian that matches his long oil slick hair. It's not a trick. Dice fidgets beside you, his face unreadable. Well, Sim says, do you have any questions for me? Why aren't there more ruins? Well, it's been a while, Sim says. 20,000 years is a long time to clean up a mess. We've worked quite hard. He looks around at the dust and the ruins. There are only a few places on the surface of the planet where you can still see the convergent domain's work, but it used to cover almost everything. Much of their technology was organic. Fungal, specifically. So you won't be unearthing any bed frames or dinnerware. It's all long since rotted away, or gone wild and grown into something new. He smiles. Unearth, he repeats. Look, I'm beginning to speak like you. He strokes the glossy obsidian ruin. Even this was alive once. It grows like coral, a silicon-based fungal life form, genetically engineered to take whatever form was needed. It's extinct now, only the bones are left. Did they make these crystals? Yes, Sim says, and he looks pleased. They're a self-replicating silicone-based species that behaves much like a fungus. They're connected below the ground in a massive network. They were the convergent domain's solar collectors, and for some time they were the only living thing on much of the surface of the planet. It's hard to imagine, right? No moss trees, no poof shrooms, not even these mountains. Just endless fields of sharp crystals and smooth obsidian ground, drawing in all that energy and storing it under the surface. Sim tilts his head, coyly. Whatever could they have used it all for? Then there were the earthquakes, Sim adds. It certainly shook things up. Did you just make a joke? A word joke even? Well done, Sim. Well done. Did you kill the convergent domain? Well, Sim smells his knowing smile, his eyes alight with a secret. I think that's enough questions for today. And he stands up and dusts himself off. Who can say what happened to them exactly? The earthquakes that formed these ridges shook the planet around that time. But perhaps it was their own greed and your breed that turned on them. Fair. Thought you hated dad jokes? But it's Sim. Sim makes a leave, but Dice jumps in his way. Wait, he cries. I have a question. Sim tilts his head, waiting. What if someone wanted to become a gardener? Dice stammers. Is that possible? Dice. Sim stares at Dice for a long time. I'll have to think about that one, Sim answers, slowly. Then he leaves soundless against the sand. But you already tried that with... Oh man. Okay. Bob is allowed to make dad jokes. Yup. Can't help it. But he is. The flies here are awful. They come out in the heat of the day and buzz around you incessantly. They don't bite, but they seem to want something from you. Maybe the water or salt from your sweat? You hope they aren't laying eggs. Dice calls the most annoying one wrath flies because they're like long flexible sticks with a bunch of wings. They swarm in clouds around your face no matter how hard you try to shoo them away. And he says they remind him of Marts. Fair. But there are other ones too, like the ones that just as big eyeball with a couple pairs of little wings. They make a loud buzzing sound and are always just out of reach when you try to swat them away. Today, your personal nemesis is one of these eye flies. There was a whole bunch of them earlier, but only one has persisted. It's been following you, staring at you all morning. You and Dice have been betting at it for an hour, but it is a fast dodger. Dice has finally given up and just plods forward. It even lands on his head, but he doesn't care. Swat that eye fly. Be said and let it be. You mean, didn't they already promise he could be one of... They did blow you up thing? So either they lied or it's possible. Well, Sim didn't. That was... oh god, what's her name again? Something Nocturnal. They did that, yes. The question is, did they lie? Or did they find a way and not tell a Sim? That's also a possibility. Sure, why not? Let's hope we do not hit our boyfriend with this. That would suck. Okay, we're good. Fine. Can't use the points anyway. The eye fly is like the size of a human eyeball and made of concentric rings of rainbow hues: black, yellow, green, blue, and purple. You find yourself staring right back at it. You wonder if their rings has something to do with light refraction. You let it land on your arm. Then you strike. Haha, got it. Squashed. 10 minutes later, there is a new flying following you. Just give up, Dice mumbles. It's probably one of the gardener's spy creatures. Remember, from the monitoring station? Oh, yeah. Well, you'd rather they picked a less annoying one. Yup, me too. Find the source of the heat. Yeah. Oh, okay, fine. I'm good with that. We were worn out. Yay, we got another perk from engineering. Ooh, new cards. Let's have a look at the depot then. We need to take a break anyways, as in... Oh, also almost in the game, in a game and IRL. That's what I meant. New cards in the depot. Let's check them. Wildcard values match as all pairs or strays. No, I don't. 30 engineering first collectible uses free. Plus 15 to all skills? Fuck yes. We have so many kudos. This is really good. Yeah. Okay. Let's see. Gear. You are gonna go back and we're gonna put that one in there. Hello? Okay, that is quite an OP card, honestly. Is there anything else I want to change? Plus one gun. Plus, Is there another? Because this one is actually quite simple. I wonder, now that we're at the depot anyways, and we're quite close to the end, is there something else that I'm like, that's a really good one actually? Draw an extra card. Do we have? No, we need 3 more kudos for that. leave it like this. We're good. We can't work at the depot right now. Marts? Yeah, no. We are gonna give her, because we have so many anyways. Check in with Nem before we go on a little break. Nem? Oh, you're here. Nem shoots you a small smile as you approach. There's still a lot to do before sundown, but if you need me, I'm here. It is your birthday. I'm glad we got to do that. How much do we have with her now? Ooh, we're almost at 100. Cool. We are gonna take a break, both in-game and outside of that. Relax in the lounge. You enter the lounge several times this month to find Rex and Cal practically fused to some of the beanbag chairs. They're glassy-eyed and giggling and surrounded by snacks. Weirdos. They're high. Oh. Yes. Go. I don't want the... And I'm gonna... Oh no, this music stops at some point. Governor Lum enters the colony square. No, we are gonna stay here. Never mind. I'll be back in a bit. Get yourself a drink, a snack, go to the bathroom, and I'll be back in about 5 minutes. Mute the stream if you don't want ads to be annoying to you, and I'll see you in a bit. Thanks for sticking around. Okay, here we go. Governor Lum enters the colony square to his customary bombastic fanfare. Brass band, red carpet, banners with the heliopause logo snapping in the hot dust breeze. It's disgusting. The governor gets his usual type of applause from diehard soldiers, but it's obvious how tired and fearful everyone has become in service to his war. I have a feeling that this is new. I don't think we've read this before, not sure. You catch Marce's attention, and she rolls her eyes and makes a gagging motion. Cal looks sullen and withdrawn, refusing along with the rest of Geoponics to give Lum any applause. Maybe we have. The governor raises his hands for silence, though it's largely unnecessary. Pioneers of Autumna, he begins. We stand here today not shivering and quaking in fear, but with our hands around the neck, he makes a ringing gesture, of the planet herself. Before he can continue, Mars leaps from her seat and runs to the front of the stage. A ripple of fear goes through the crowd. You all remember what happened to Utopia last year. It doesn't have to be like this, she cries, speaking to the crowd. We don't have to listen to him. He's just a bully with a gun, like the ones we left on Earth. Watching the light. She turns to the council. Why are you just sitting there? Come on, aren't you going to do anything? The council looks at each other. Red seems unmoved, and Utopia shrinks into herself, holding her hand to her chest. Aunt Anne looks concerned but fearful of Lum. Instance is grim, and Zeke just waits to see what happens. Only your mum looks enthusiastic, but she wisely looks around at the others and doesn't voice her support. Given that Lum's already hostile towards her, she'd be risking too much. Lum gestures sharply to his guards, and Mars is seized and taken out of sight. Damn it. In the uncomfortable silence that follows, the governor strides to the front of the stage and looks down on the crowd. As I was saying, you can trust me to lead this colony and humanity into a new era, he says. An era of peace and prosperity, where we no longer need to fear the creatures that come out in the night. He raises his fist to the sky. This planet is rich, he cries. It is the Earth we were promised, unscarred by the mistakes of our forefathers. Here, we will become what humanity has always thrived to become. Caretakers of our new garden, children of a new Earth. People cheer, spurred on by Lum's display of dominance. Lum looks upon the crowd with pride. Pioneers, we're so close, he says. Soon this planet will be ours, and all her riches and wonders with it. You wouldn't trust Lum as far as you can throw him. Fair. But first, he continues, we need to adapt to the harsh realities of our current world. We have done this before. Damn it, it's the same. Except now we do not have the announcement of the cure. The cure. He gestures at the council. I know you will love your council, but it's time we thought about the future. We need to guard the colony leadership. He says this with some disdain, against sudden upheavals, deaths, imprisonments, and the like. I've decided to instate a second position for each seat on the council, he announces. Lum explains that every council member will take an official second in command. Seconds will be trained in the running of the department and will be ready to take over the department should the worst happen during an attack. The council looks concerned. Is this how Lum begins to cycle out the colonial government with a veneer of legitimacy? Applicants must have spent the minimum amount of time in that department and will be judged by the council based on their relevant skills. Though Lum will likely argue hard for his helio appointees. You scribble your name on the ballot for... What did we do last time? Surveyor, right? Yeah, we did surveyor. But I kind of don't want to do that. Cultivator is a good idea, because our biology is high. But I kind of want Cal to get that one. Security officer is not gonna happen. That's gonna be Nem. Oh no, that's gonna be Vase. Oh shite. Well, that depends on Rat actually. Stewart. No. No, give me the engineer. See if we can get there. You come forward to be added to the ballot. Tension watches you with a wary expression as she adds her own name. The council discusses all the nominees at length, and then Tangent wins by a large margin. We had to take it up against Tangent. Okay, fine. She accepts her position stoically, taking to the stage to shake Lum's hand with a barely concealed expression of distaste. Hal claps and pats her on the back. Instance gives her a hug, much to Tang's surprise. Okay, fine. Then we're not in the council. I'm good with that. When the voting is concluded, Zeke announces the names of those newly appointed seconds. You don't recognize the Helio appointed to second administrator. Must be one of Lum's people. Nem is appointed as second security officer under Rat. She looks green with nerves, but that's better than Vase. Tension stands proudly in her rightful place as chief engineer inside as her second. Fine. Cal has chosen the second. Cultivator looks a little overwhelmed. Your mom must have put his name in. And the steward of the Heliopause joins Aunt Anne as her much needed second steward. Oh, that was the steward. No, that's fine. There's a lot of babies in the colony now, and someone has to help take care of them. To his surprise, Dice is appointed second surveyor on the Utopia. You know what? Yes, please. Let it be Dice. After the politicking is over, the crowd adjourns to the feast tables and eventually the dance floor. The sun's set on the long day, the heat breaks, and the party continues well into the night. After the festivities, it's straight back to work as usual. Everyone complains. You usually get at least a few days off after Virginalia, but Lum reminds the colony that it's only a few short months before the next attack. Your dreams begin to increase in intensity as the wormhole draws closer to the planet, filled with terrifying and confusing visions. A feeling of urgency dogs your steps, like you're running out of time. We are running out of time. We are running out of time and it sucks. Hi, Rex. Rex beams when he sees you walking towards him. Eleonora, he calls. Just the person I wanted to see. You duck under the shade of an overhanging bit of construction. I wanted to talk to you about something. Rex starts without preamble. I wanted to talk about us. What do you mean, us? Rex tilts his head at you, the corner of his mouth quirking up in a crooked fanged smile. I mean, how can I say this? You're hot, I'm easy. Why don't we put those two things together and see what happens? Love yourself forward, Rex. He brushes the backs of his fingers against your cheek. I know when someone's flirting with me, gorgeous. I can tell you're into this pup. You're not wrong. He laughs and ducks his head, running his hand through his hair. Sorry, I can't turn it off. Rex links his fingers behind his head and rocks back on his heels. I've never really dated anyone before, he confesses. Like, I love people and I really like fooling around with people, but those aren't always the same people, if you catch what I'm saying. Fair? It's like how I love Nomi Nomi, but I don't want to be sexy with him. And I've definitely hooked up with people I didn't really feel anything for, just because it was fun and we both wanted to. Fair enough, Rags. That's Easy? I thought Easy didn't live on another planet. Fair. He stops rocking and takes your hand. If you're okay with that, I think we could have a little fun and just see where it goes. You know what? Screw it. Rex tilts his head. What do you mean? I'm already dating someone else. Oh, Rex exclaims, one hand flying up to scratch behind his ear. That's... You feel like Easy's short choice is brave. Fair, Brum. Very fair. Very fair. That's right, I totally forgot. Sometimes I forget that that's a thing other people have to worry about. I get that. I mean, I don't get that, but I can respect that. Forget I said anything, he continues. We can keep being just friends, for sure. Rex slings a friendly arm around your shoulders. I'm glad we talked about this, he says. There's nothing better than a girl and her dog, right? Aww. You have to agree. It's awkward to tell someone you don't like them that way, but you feel good about this one. And Rex seems as genuinely as happy as ever. It's good to have a friend like Rex. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. He's cute. You a cutie. How so? You have like 8 of those. Yours are all black leather though. Fair. Gonna have to bet you need to be up at 7 tomorrow on a Saturday? In this economy? What are you gonna do, Brum? I hope you're gonna have a lovely weekend. Thank you for being here for a bit. And Sunday afternoon we're gonna start a new Stardew file. Spooky Stardew, Witchy Stardew, Alchemy, Monsters. Just saying. Be there. Enjoy your early weekend. Yeah, exactly. Marge scrolls through the Holovid directory in our holopalm. With everything that's been happening, I honestly haven't had time to watch vids in like whole seasons. Maybe it's been long enough that they'll feel new again. She sighs. Probably not. Still brave, but I'm sure you'll look good in them. Fair. That's every Saturday for you? Early? 7 a.m. Why, Mrs. B? Why? That's your own choice. Okay. So hot. Let your belly stick out. Fair. Fair. Work in the depot. Seek rolls their eyes when they see you report to the depot for your first day as a clerk. Scouting. You need wake up time. Right, yes. Do you also live on another planet? Good question. You're going to help on a place with a lot of different booths talking about different sports. Nice! You chose it yourself, but regretting a little at the moment. I understand that. Good luck. Sleep tight and good luck. Can we get an exclamation mark night at Brum Brum? Please? Oh, it's you who did that, Pan. Well, at least you might learn something useful while you're there. Sleep well, dear. The depot is where the precious nano printer lives. Seek lords over it like a tyrant. They don't like children. We are freaking 19 and a half by now. They load the depot module on your holopalm and walk you through the process. People submit requisitions for the nano printer through this portal, they explain. It's your job to program the correct routine into the nano printer to fulfill their order. Then you mark it as available for delivery or pickup, depending on if we have a delivery person available. Seek grumbles, and we almost never do. Mrs. B, it's a 20-minute drive and you need to arrive early, like at least 15 minutes to 30 minutes before we start. Fair. With that perfunctory? Okay, explanation. Seek leaves you to figure out what to do on your own. It's okay for the first hour or so because no one puts in a requisition at all. It is pretty early. Maybe everyone is still asleep? Clean and organize the depot. Yeah? There isn't a lot to organize, as you don't store a lot of stuff here, except for things that people need all the time, like toothpaste. But you find a bucket and start them up the floors the old-fashioned way, because there's nothing wrong with taking pride in your work. You're jerked back to reality by a haptic pulse through your holopalm. Your first order. You excitedly open your holopalm and read it. Elbow grease. 1 gallon it reads. From Cal Geoponics. Delivery ASAP. Very funny, Cal. Back to Lurky. Enjoy your lurk, dear. You dismiss the phony requisition. Cal got jokes. Another one pops up on your holo screen. Flashlight fluid. 2 gallons. Anemone. Sports ball delivery. ASAP. Really, Nem? Another bogus requisition? Are your friends trying to prank you? You've barely missed that second one before a third comes in. ID-10T gas. Flammable. 2 cubic meters. Pressurized. Tangent engineering delivery. ASAP. Caution. How long is a year on this planet though? For all you know, a year on Vertumna is 4 months of Earth time. In that case, you're just 6.5 years old. What? Why? Oh. Well, we came here when we were 10. So, and we age up every... No, these are years. Shut up. You almost got me, Tang. Tang's not really the pranking type, but you stop yourself from looking up the ID-10T gas. You dismiss this requisition and message your friends to knock it off. Finally, you get a real requisition and get down to work. It's easier than you thought. You're just finishing up when Marge strolls in. She hops up onto the depot counter and primly crosses her legs. I am so totally relieved to have you as my assistant here, Eleonora. Finally someone to hold boxes and fetch things so I can focus on the important work. Sounds good to me. Your assistant should be in charge. Maybe we could share responsibilities? I don't care which one of you is in charge, Seek interrupts, so long as you get the work done. Seek pauses. Wait, did you wash the floors? They say, looking impressed. Well, that does deserve a reward. Here you go. And they swipe their holopalm and you feel your pulse as a... Feel yours pulse as a couple kudos are deposited into your account. Mars can hardly wait until Seek is gone to giggle. Either way, I'm glad you're here. This job is usually so boring. Okay, fine. Oh, unfair. Super unfair. But that way it works. Don't make me explain the logic of that, but there's a logic for that, I guess. It works, so we're not gonna complain. Oh boy. Mars is talking to a sharply dressed soldier. You watch her lean in and brush a bit of lint off of her uniform, looking up at her with a flirtatious smirk. You cough and Mars sees you. She straightens up and gives you a businesslike smile. Hello, Eleonora, she says. Verbena and I were just talking about how the soldiers' quarters are starting to leak. Just terrible. Waking up wet, she says. Verbena laughs awkwardly. Was there something you needed? Marge asks. Wow, Marge. Wow. That, interesting. Flower. Hi, Dice. Ooh. It doesn't matter what I do, Dice says, staring at the destruction still littering the colony from the last attack. Every year it's the same thing. Sometimes I wish I really did blow up the wall. Then at least we wouldn't be in this stalemate. He's got a point. Waking up wet is terrible, and your experience is good for you when women wake up wet. Fair. Hey, let's get out of here, Dice. He shows you a special spot. I know a place nearby, Dice says, his eyes crinkling mischievously. We don't need to take much, just follow me. He leads you about half an hour into the wilderness, just far enough that the ever-present scent of smoke and manure fades away, and the forest opens up to reveal a small lake with perfectly clear jade-colored water and soft white sand. Dice kicks off his shoes and pulls his shirt over his head, revealing the well-hidden secret of his tanned skin and toned muscles. He shoots you a little smile. There's no one around for miles, it's just us. You rapidly divest yourself of clothing and dive into the clear pool, swimming out far enough that the only sound is the water gently lapping against your shoulders as Dice pulls you into a firm kiss. Your legs tangle together as you tread water, dipping below the waterline and coming up spluttering, laughing, clinging together in your fantasy of being the only two people who matter on the whole planet. There we go. That was fun and cute. Okay, Sim, do you have anything to tell us? Let's just explore nearby. Why not? Gives us some of those. Oh wait, what? Where can I do this one? You walk into a clearing and immediately stop in your tracks. There's a Unisaur here. You've seen them before, but they still fill you with a sense of awe. Be as quiet as possible, yes. Is that gonna be it? Fine. Oh, we are lucky today. Or we do this. We are lucky today. Cool. As you settle in to watch it from behind a strand of mush trees, the Unisaur looks up towards you, startled by your movement. You try to hold perfectly still and quiet your breathing. After a tense moment, it goes back to its business. First, it sniffs out a good tree and rubs the sand glands in its neck against it thoroughly. Then it pees like a crystal waterfall on a rock. Everything it does seems magical. Next, it sharpens its horn against a rock, which is scored with marks from having done this before. This must be its favorite sharpening rock. You notice a bulge in its stomach. It must have had a huge meal recently. Eventually, it curls up for a nap. You quietly sneak away. This was so wonderful. For Tumna is a magical place. It is. It is. It is. Simus Dare does not necessarily want to talk. Magical peeing. Lovely. Exactly. Hi, Sim. I'll be right back. Okay. Let's check in with you. You find Sim on a cliff overlooking the colony. It looks so small from here, so vulnerable. Sim turns to you with a sad smile. Please tell me you've convinced the humans to accept the Overseer's offer, he says. Nope, I'm sorry. I wish I had. I wish I had been able to. Ahead of you the road curves right, and there's a steep hill leading off to the left. You bet there's a really great view from the top of it, but it's going to be a scramble to get up there. Hike up it. You'll leave your pack in some bushes at the base, so you'll be lighter on your feet, and then start to trek. It's tiring, and even steeper than it looks from the bottom, but some broad mushroom-capped trees provide shade. The view from the top is spectacular. You can see all the way to the colony walls in one direction, and down to a little sawmill in the other. Then you spot it, the rock. The most perfect boulder you've ever seen, teetering right on the edge of the slope you just climbed up. It's almost as tall as you are and must weigh at least 2,000 kilos. But it's practically teetering there. You think with enough muscle you could push it over. We're gonna try this. Push the rock down the hill. There comes a time in every childhood that one must take life by the horns and just push the rock. You shove it with all your might, digging your toes in the hard ground and leaning in. The rock starts to slide. And suddenly it's off with a satisfying lurch, catapulting down the hill, rolling faster and faster, crashing through bushes and... oh damn. Your pack. The rock just rolled right over it. Oopsie. You make your way back down the hill to retrieve your bag, now completely destroyed along with all its contents. Ah shoot. You're going to have a hard time explaining this one to your parents. And you're going to need a new pack. 5 kudos? Oh well. Oh well. It's fine. You've spent so many days and weeks exploring. Some days you feel like you've seen it all, although you haven't gone very far from the colony. You have your favorite places, and you're heading to one of them right now. You like it because... only you know how to find it. Start with that, and then we're gonna go off on this, I guess? Oh no, wait. That one. Yeah. Whoopsie. Oh well. Huh. Okay, wait. That's already enough, but I wanna... no, wait. Like that. Yes. Cool. We didn't need it, just for fun. You tried to remember the route. Left at the Roddett's Mush Street and uphill for a while. There it is. You arrive in a meadow of fragrant yellow flowers. You find a soft spot to lay down amidst them and breathe in the perfume. It smells good. Yeah, keep exploring. 'Cause we're not done yet. You let your mind wander as you're walking and bumble straight into a field of gluttonous blobgrass. I don't want to do this one. That's old. The muck hides interesting bugs and other treasure for those willing to put their hands down the right holes. Are you? Leave it be today. What about this one? Come back later. We're not gonna do that one. How about this one? Is it quieter today? It really is. Yeah. Geoponics engineers have set up a work site here, using the roboplant to tear up the ground and prep it for farming. Take a closer look. You stroll up to the farmers with a wave and take a closer look at what they're doing. They ask if you want to help. Kinda sad we've not heard from Robin in a while too. I had a little bit of contact with Robin today. They're doing okay. Just not in the mood, I guess, for stream at the moment, which is fine. But Robin is doing okay. But I do agree. Sad that they are not here. Sure. Toughness challenge. Yeah. From what I've seen, yeah. Fine. It doesn't really matter. We're gonna make them anyways. Let's do it like this, and then throw in some ditto. Aw. Yeah. It's all good though, guys. It's all good. Very random here. Oh, a bit of toughness extra is actually quite nice. Cool. You feel invigorated and you learn a little more about farming. Cool. You're strolling along the path when suddenly everything goes quiet. The wilderness is never quiet. There's always insect noises and the chirping of reptiles. Even the wind in the trees has gone entirely silent. There is something unnatural about this place. Bravely continue on. We have full bravery, we're good. I don't even have to think about these. They're just happening. Victorious. Let's go. Oh, and now the bravery is completely full. Nice. You walk through the quiet area. The noise starts up again. The mystery will have to remain unsolved. Spooky. Well, that's fitting. Yeah, we got that one. Draw an extra card. Cool. How about this one? A nearby pond is dammed up and washed out the path here. The path continues on the other side. Turn back, whatever. All good. We're gonna get wet feet otherwise. I don't want to do that. Go home. Yes, go home. Yeah, all good. Well, Dice is standing barefoot, his toes digging into the ground and his face turned to the sky. I still feel like I can hear the planets sometimes, he says quietly. Is that weird? Even if it is, it gives me a sense of comfort, like I'm part of something bigger than just me, bigger than the colony. A slight smile plays across his face before disappearing, like he said something funny, even bigger than humanity. I like the way he thinks. I have a present for you. Enjoy. Connect. Wait. Talk to mom and dad, maybe? Oh? Your mom looks up from her planting. What is it, Eleonora? Unless you're here to work, I'm busy. Oh, our organizing is great enough. Tell her what you learned today. I get a lovely new card for that. You've been so busy lately. The only way you're able to get all your work done is to multitask. Studying while you're eating, brushing your teeth in the shower, listening to holo novels while you're about to fall asleep. You have to double up everything. You kind of expect your mom to tell you to take it easy, but she just laughs and claps you on the back. You're my daughter, alright? She says. Just too much damn work, not enough hours in the day. I know how you feel. Aw, thanks, Mom. New perk because we finished organizing part 1. Equip an additional gear. Yes. Yes. We can do this now. We are gonna see if we want an extra one. Don't much care for this war, your dad says, his voice dripping with disdain. I thought we left Earth so we could get away from that kind of thinking. Then a bunch of soldiers show up and all of a sudden we're back where we started? He shakes his head. Don't like that. Not even one little bit. Fair enough. Cal is sitting on the garden fence, his feet laced through the slats as he balances a container of cut up potato on his lap. Hey, Eleonora, he calls out. Time for a break? Come on over here, help me finish this. He skewers a piece of potato on his fork and drives it to his mouth. Beep beep, open up for a timely reminder that we made ourselves a part of this planet's ecosystem and have to deal with the consequences. I love that. We need to romance Cal at another playthrough. I really do. I want to see what he does when we go date with him. He's just too cute. Too cute. We don't finish stuff around here. Nope, we don't. Rex links his arm around you, knocking his head against yours. Ah, we've done that already. Help Rex build something. You know what my hammock needs? Asked Rex. An automatic snack delivery system. For when my hands are busy. Excuse you? Rex? Hello? Wow. I was thinking, if I hang a big barrel of cookies up here, he continues, pointing to a gnarlwood tree nearby, I could use ramps and pulleys to bring the cookies over here. He gestures to his hammock. And they could just roll right into my mouth. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Right. It's a bold plan and involves a lot of twisty-turny ramps, gears, levers, swinging arms, and more. It's probably a lot more complicated than it needs to be, but it is hilarious to watch Rex press a button and send a cookie rocketing down a chute and eventually into his mouth. The ground is littered with the cookie detritus of failed runs, but Rex is proud anyway. It works perfect, he says, his mouth full. Thanks for the help. You're welcome. You think he asked me to be the snack delivery system for when his hands are busy with you the other day? Mm-hmm. Yeah. Probably. Anyways. That was fun. Oh. Marts. No, we've already done that one. The depot. Because was there a card that was like, yes. Yeah, the extra one. Draw an extra card. That might be a good one to add to it. We have one extra space. Yeah, or the 30 engineering extra. All blue card values become wild. No, that's not smart. Wait, how did the wild values work even? Not figured that out. No, we're gonna go for this one. And then we're gonna go here to gear. And it is there already. Nice. Yeah. I think that's a really good one. That's also a nice one, but we don't necessarily need it. I think with what we have here, we're good. Okay. What are we gonna do with our time? Nem, why are you standing with face? Here is something. There you go, darling. Let me quickly check. No relationship. Cool. That's good to know. Because she was with Face. We knew that. Back. Cal is with Tammy. Tangent is dating no one as far as we know. Dice is dating you. Love that. Dating Cal. Okay. Let's work at the depot, I guess. There's not much else we can do at the moment. Sadly. You pass the construction yard on your way to work at the depot. Rex waves you over. Hey, come take a look at this, he says, leading you over to where a portion of the heliosphere is being married to the old living quarters with a scaffolding of mushwood. Isn't this wild? It's like our two ships are actually becoming one. He throws his arm around your shoulder. It's like a metaphor, get it? The colony and us from the helio, learning how to work together, How we build our environment affects how we live, you know? You should come by and help me, he continues. It's really fun. You get to build things, and the construction crew is really nice. And you get to hang out with me. Wait, why not start right now? He hands you a blast cutter, a gun-shaped tool that emits a thin beam of superheated plasma. No time like the present, right? Zeke says we always need more workers here. But you do have another job that you promised to do. Sorry, I've got a job to do. Rex twaps himself on the forehead. Oh, duh, of course. You've always got something going on. He lets you get back to work with a wave and a smile. Now I wish that we would have gone for the other one. But it's fine. We'll make it work. Nice. There we go. 5 organizing extra. That's going quick though. +3 from 1 challenge, freaky gear, and lightened status. Nice. That's cool. Okay, let's see. Wait. No, we are in the next month. Hugs incoming. Got you a little present. Rex claps his hand on your shoulder and looks at you with a serious expression. You gotta take care of yourself, Eleonora, he says. Unwind with me a little bit. It's all good over here in Rexland, baby. Sure. Here. Got you a present. Found something you might like. Here is a crystal for you. Nem. Hope you're doing well. So red right now at Eileen's? Yup. Literally, it's like raining quite hard outside, actually. Hi, Dice. Dice shades his eyes and looks up into the sun. This colony has never been my home, he says. I don't care what happens to it, honestly. His lips curve into a fleeting smile. All of Vertumna is my home. Fair enough. I have to agree. Just because soon. But also, we figured out there were new things in here, so let's see. Canteen missing. Yep. Search for water. We can do that. That becomes a 3. Oh, that's very annoying. Do we have an unchanging one? No, we don't. Start with that then. Yes. That way the first card didn't get a problem. Cool. There's no natural water around, but in your search, you turn up your lost canteen. That was lucky. Yep. That was also an old one. But that's okay. Obsidian. Skate on through it. Carefully walk around the edges. There we go. I don't want to do anything that's necessarily annoying to us. Strange heat haze shimmer across the path ahead. Oddly, it doesn't clear up as you get closer. The mirage effect is very strong. The refracted air makes it look like there's a pool of water on the ground and plants waving around it. But something is just off about the illusion. You can't put your finger on why. You want to do this one. 5. No, because gems. 4, 3. Then I guess. Maybe, not sure. 8, 6, 4, 3. Sure, why not? 5, 4. All kinds of things. There we go. The faster you move, the faster the mirage disperses. You approach cautiously. As you do, you realize what is wrong about the mirage. Mirage? Mirage? Mirage. It's impossible. The planets on the other side of the haze are different. Not just wibbly wobbly from the layers of air, but bigger, older. And it's a different time of day. Evening and not morning. Then you see her. It's you. Through the heat haze, you see yourself in the distance, walking towards you. You move to the edge of the mirage and peek around it, but she isn't there. You can only see her through the heat haze like it's some kind of doorway. As in Ma? Huh? Mirage. Okay. Check. Jumping through is not going to do anything. How do you pronounce the A? Yeah. Fair. I get it. Call out. Just watch. Just watch. You just stare at the figure. That person who looks and moves exactly like you. Yeah, I understand you, Yip. Yeah. Then you both slowly, carefully approach the mirage. And yeah, I figured it out. Thank you for helping out. And like mirror images, you both raise one arm, your right and her left, and touch them together. Then the other you says something but you can't hear. You can only see their lips move. Is it important? A message from the other you? You're desperate to know, but the mirage fades. Man. That was new though. Utopia sent you and Dice to study one of the large crystal outcroppings. Up close, you can tell that these are more of the convergent domain solar panels. They're angular and hard to touch, but they have a sort of sponginess and warmth to them that's a little disconcerting. They emit a humming noise. Take a look at these. What a fascinating combination of biology and engineering. Truly remarkable. You take readings and collect data for Utopia, being careful not to break any. Maybe someday the colony could figure out how to harness electricity from these. Maybe. Should go home soon. Oh. Well. There should also be a sim here who can help us with a little bit of rest. So that we can do one more question mark. Let's do this one. Every so often, you see absolutely massive creatures here, like giant snake dragons with thousands of legs and shimmering scales. They're so large that if one crosses your path, you're in for a wait. Which is exactly what you're doing. We're gonna climb on its back. We've done that before. Hassle the Dorpsmoth. That's something we haven't done yet. You wade into the cluster of Dorpsmoths, swinging your arms and feet wildly. They erupt in a cloud of dust, soft wings beating against your face as they flutter away in agitation. You sneeze, but that's all that happens. You climb down the other side and continue on your way. Okay, one more. We can do one more. This one then. Oh yeah, the rocks that aren't falling. And when you realize that there is no gravity. Onward. Yes. Let's go. Oh, that one. 6, 5. Oh, 6, 5. Or do we want to do this? It doesn't matter. Okay, fine. 9, 5, 4. 5. And I don't know, just for shits and giggles, I guess. You float forward, yada yada yada. Oh, and we feel better again. Nice. We can do another one. Wait, that's cool. More. Wait, I don't think we've ever done that one. More breaks. We're not gonna do another break. You're scaling a huge rock plateau when you're suddenly overcome with an incredible feeling of peace. Oh, right. Dice is sunning himself on top of the rock, stripped down to his shirt. He looks up as your shadow falls over him. Oh, he says slowly. You found it too, huh? He shades his eyes from the sun as he looks up at you. You feel it, right? Like, you just feel happy here? That's why I haven't told anyone about this place, he says. That's how they get you, you know, he says. Once they know you love something, they can use it to control you. Who's they? You know, people, the world, life, he says. Like this place because... I like this place because it feels like it's somewhere where I'm not just a cog in a machine, you know? You're going to keep it a secret, right? Take off the shirt? Yeah, agreed. Getting it, yeah. Yeah. Okay, it's our secret. You do take a few readings though, just because. All data is important. You mark down the location but fudge with the coordinates, so anyone to send out afterwards will get lost. You wonder if the rock is natural. Animals seem to really like it. As you're taking readings, you watch a swarm of Dorpsmoth basking on the rock as well, just like Dice. Then you lie down on the rock beside Dice, letting the strange magic fill you with an incredible sense of peace, love, and a unity with the universe. Cute, sweet, all of that. Bye, Sim. That one isn't there. Also, tea time. I'm not gonna take the break. Just gonna continue. I thought we were gonna end today, but this 19th year is taking me a long time for some reason. Not sure what that is about. Do we have anything here? No, that's just the end. How about this place? Nope. Do we not have any new ones here? That's gonna be interesting. No, there's nothing. That's where we come from. Okay, in that case, we are gonna take that last one and bring us home. We're gonna rest up and then do glow. Sure. Sure, yep. Resting moment. Over there. Relax in a lounge. Nothing much happens this month. You spent most of the time spacing out to whatever's on your here speak, occasionally nodding hello to other colonists passing through. You binge a few seasons of a show you've been meaning to rewatch. Sure. No, I'd like to keep these. Yes. Okay. Now, I know I really like this game too, Smurf. Smurf and Yip, you both are subbed, right? You can just see this without the ads. Yeah. In that case, we're gonna continue on. Because I think this is the glow where it's gonna happen. That's nothing new. You don't see the ads. You can just see whatever. This is nothing new. This is nothing new. Okay, let's see. Hi, Nam. Have a little treat. How close are we with you? This is a glow where you're losing your virginity to the boyfriend? It's going to happen. Oh man. No, I don't think we will. We could go out during glow, that's true. We can go out during glow now. Oh, we are going to, for sure. And once we come back, yes. Sneak out to explore glow. I remember that we could do this last time. That was fun. Or if we done everything here, that would be annoying. No, new stuff. New year, new stuff, of course. Let's gather everything and then start. They're not everywhere. That's interesting, though. Like, there's no question mark here. There are only a couple of them. I think that's curious. Hi, Sam. There's only one, actually. Shadows upon shadows move against each other in glow, wavering under the gloaming of the mushroom trees like ghosts. The forest is as still as a creature breathing its last breath. You know to look for Sim in the hollows of the trees now. His eyes gleam in the permanent night. Hello again, Sugarbuck, he chuckles. You're getting pretty good at navigating in the dark. Sim continues walking. Mind the glowflies, he says, stepping aside to let a flurry of multicolored insects roll by. Damn it, no questions. We can't ask more. Man. Then the only thing we can do is take that other one. I wish there was more we could have done. This one and the one on the other side, I think. You come to a dense part of the path where the gnarl roots surround you and blocks out the sky and the wormhole above. Long threads that look like hair are hanging down from the trees. Strange. You've never seen this during the rest of the year. You'll have to go through these. The strands are thick and sticky, like a spider's web. So sticky and thick, in fact, that you would be caught if you tried to push your way through it. Your skill with a blast cutter comes in handy, as you're able to cut an Eleanor-sized hole through the sticky hairs without accidentally getting them all over you. We couldn't do this last time because my combat wasn't high enough. So this is new. Seriously, this stuff is like super glue, and the strands are extremely tough. Get a small piece in your pants and are pretty sure it's never ever coming off. That interesting. That stuff is like super glue. Okay. You're amazed at how peaceful it is out here. It's not what you expected. You stay out of the sight of the watchtowers and slip between the moss trees. It is eerily silent, as if the forest is holding its breath in anticipation. It really is pretty out here, with all the plants and animals glowing, especially the wormhole filling the sky above you. I think we've done the lower two, so we're gonna go this one. You crane your head up to look at the wormhole. It's so big you begin to feel dizzy and end up stumbling over a bit of gnarled root. Ouch. As you're lying on your back in pain, you're still transfixed by the wormhole. It's dark against a dark sky, but as it moves, it shimmers with a million colors churning in slow, fluid motion around the perfectly black hole in the center. Wow. Neighbors become wild? Oh. Timey-wimey wormhole stuff? Cool. Though you can't see it, you've been told the wormhole high above is shining. Oh, we've done that part though. Okay. That was it. Here we go. We're gonna see how this is gonna end. Yeah, go home. Knowing the attack is coming, as it always comes in glow, does nothing to calm your nerves. There's only so long you can handle sheltering in your quarters. As the month draws longer, you find yourself almost compulsively walking the walls. When you're not working, scanning the tree lights for the first sign of trouble. You're there when you see them. Dark on dark shapes coming out of the forest. Perfectly silent. You watch with the lookouts as more and more figures amass at the forest edge. Minutes pass as the horde pushes into the firebreak, numbering at least, it must be in the thousands, more animals than you've ever seen in one place. The ground is choked with a teeming carpet of smaller creatures, darting in and among the legs of... No. Oh no. The forest bends as a faceless emerges from its depths, followed by two more. The mood on the walls is discouraged. One faceless destroyed your colony. Two faceless required an irresponsible number of explosives to take down. How are you supposed to be able to handle three? Wait, there's even more? A familiar being cuts through the horde and stands at the front, like a general leading their army. Is he gonna be the envoy? Gardeners must come in all shapes and sizes, but you know this one from the hatred in their eyes. It's Noctilucent. Noctilucent steps forward. For millennia, I have been tasked with keeping this planet safe from invasive species. It's pussy chest, yeah. Extreme weather, plague, famine, the migration of predators. All tactics I have used to ensure an invasive species cannot find a foothold where they do not belong. Their command of the human language has vastly improved since you saw them last. The gardeners learn quickly. Controlling you by indirect means has proven ineffective, they say, glaring up at the row of horrified colonists atop the walls. I can no longer ignore the destruction you have caused and the threat you represent to the planetary ecosystem. However, Sim steps out of the tree line and stands beside Noctilucent. You're not gonna tell me Sim is gonna be the envoy? Please no. Please no. Don't let Lum kill Sim. His eyes find yours unerringly across the firebreak. Some gardeners argue that you have the capacity for reason, Noctilucent continues. So I have come to offer you an alternative. Your unconditional surrender. Noctilucent smirks up at you. Surrender is the correct word, is it not? You figured it would be, Bob. Oh, I hoped it wouldn't be. Something you singular, violent brains can understand? The terms are simple. Humanity will cease reproduction, cease expansion, and in return will be allowed to live out your remaining lifespans within the bounds of your walls. Do you accept? Lum steps forward. I'm gonna tell you the same thing I told you, little double agent spy. His voice booms out from the wall. You and your bullshit deal can bugger off and keep buggering off until you think you've buggered off so much you just can't bugger off any further. He points at Noctilucent. Then bugger off some more. This planet belongs to us humans now. Oh, you arrogant prick. You have no idea. It's hard to tell, but you think Noctilucent looks amused. You have a feeling how this will end? Oh yeah, me too. Maybe they were hoping this would be your answer. And of course, with Lum speaking for the colony, it was inevitable. So be it, they reply. And the attack begins. Lum makes you sick? Fair, me too. Guys, what are we gonna do? Because I kind of don't want to fight. Because I don't want to fight the gardeners anymore. Based on what are we fighting here? Is that bravery? Yeah. I think we're going to flee. See what happens. Neither will... No, I know neither will save us. Like, humanity's doomed. That's for sure. But I'm not going to be killed in this fight. Noctilucent is not going to get to me like this. We're going to flee. We're going to flee. You duck your head and rush toward the safety of the quarters. As you run, you notice... What would it have been? Defense 10 or greater. And, oh, the colony defenses are mediocre. As you run, you notice that the colony seems to be holding its own. Nothing has breached the walls yet, and it seems that the tide of monsters emerging from the trees has slowed. The colony looks evenly matched. The battle's not in the bag, but so long as the defenses hold, things look hopeful. You're descending from the walls when you are thrown to the ground by a tremendous rumble. A few meters in front of you, something tunnels towards you through the mud. You have the impression of something long and dark that cuts through the ground like a shark through water. You scramble to your feet, but it cuts off your path, forcing you towards the geoponics outbuilding. It's a storage shed, mostly empty besides bales of hay, used as float cow feed. It's dimly lit, but you think you see another door at the far end. The creature advances, throwing up rocks and chunks of dirt as it tunnels closer. Are we gonna fight this? Or are we gonna avoid it? Why is it targeting me? I didn't want to fight. You're correct. You dive through the doorway, hoping that a tunneling creature couldn't follow. It stops on the threshold and pokes a long black snout out of the dirt, sniffing. You sniff too. Is that smoke? You look up at the thatched roof and realize the building you're in is on fire. Shite. You would avoid it too. I know where this is going. This is where we wake up. The dry thatched roof quickly ignites and rains flaming debris down on your head, filling the room with toxic smoke. The ashy heat is intense. You can feel it ripping the moisture from your lungs with every breath. You rush for the rear door, but the fire moves so fast. You're trapped as a roof beam collapses in front of you. You hear a creaking noise and then just pain and a noise like a bell. The world goes dark. You wake to a chaos, a confusion of light and heat and smoke. Fire. This is where we have been waking up every time. Your head is pounding. You must have hit it and blacked out, but you aren't sure how you got here or what on Vertumna is happening. There's something important you need to remember. Your stomach lurches as the floor crumbles beneath your feet, then collapses. Nem is coming for us. Your body aches and your eyes burn from the smoke. A figure appears through the flames. It's your friend. Your friend? Wait, why can't you remember her name? She's gesturing and shouting at you, but all you hear is her ringing in your ears. What's going on? You're trying to speak, but the words come out jumbled. Your throat seizes around a lungful of choking smoke, and you feel dizzy and confused. Your friend pulls you out of the rubble, and she throws your arm over her shoulder and half drags you towards the door. Through it, you see a deep, eerie twilight, dark blue and cold against the heat of the fire around you. Glow season. You shake glowing eyes. You shake your hat to clear your vision. Is that some kind of dog? Like from Earth? Wait, hold on. You remember this from another life. Not a dog. A monster. It's about to enter your life and probably Nem's too. She tightens her grip on you. Oh, that's bravery. That's biology. Ooh. Ooh. Okay, one of the last two. We're gonna go for this one. You've remembered this day for many years. The choking heat of the fire. This dog creature's dead yellow eyes haunting your dreams. 100, what kind of monster is that? Yeah. You've prepared for it. The interesting thing is that I have all three of the options that I need to 100. So I need to keep in mind that bravery, biology, and animals, those are the ones. I need at least one of those to 100 each time to prevent this one. You've prepared for it. Specifically, you've installed an armed freeze trap right where you knew the animal would be standing when it transformed into a towering horror. As it does, you trigger the detonator. The trap sucks inwards, drawing all the heat from its surroundings. The monster's feet are frozen to the floor as it instantly crystallizes, becoming an ice statue. Nem doesn't stop to wonder how this happened. She gives the statue a solid kick and it shatters into a million fragments. Fuck yes. You emerge from the inferno of the shed, burned and concussed, but alive. Anemone smiles. It's good to be alive. You have your wounds tended in the med bay. Other soldiers there are in much worse shape, but at least the battle is over. Wait, we survive? It was long and bitter, resulting yet again in the destruction of most of the sawmills in arable land. The defenders managed to repel the Xenos before damage could be done to the inner colony, or maybe the monsters lost interest before finishing the job. It's as if the planet wants you to suffer, but doesn't actually intend to finish you off. Yet. Anyway. Happy 20th? Maybe? But for now, you're just happy you've survived to live another day. And that day is... your birthday. Yeah. Wait, but that's earlier than normal. By the time you've recovered, the suns have returned. It's your 20th birthday. This is the end of the game because you don't go further than 20, I think. Right? Is that the thing? I think so. You're a fully fledged adult now, though in many ways you already were and have been for a long time. You and your friends step out to greet the new day and start the rest of your life on Vertumna. The end. Guys, we don't know what happens after, but we survived. This is way better than we had last time. You reached your 20th birthday. Oh, that's gorgeous. Botanist. Yeah. That was indeed one of our jobs. Oh, this song. There's no end of species to discover on Vertumna. In your lifetime, you discover over 13,000 different species of flora and fauna, and some that transcend that distinction too. If only we had less rebellion. We're gonna give them silly names because we can. Snack Sniffer and Wonder Fungus, Double Scrundle, Grunt Mother, Golly Wader, and the Tasseled Lumpkin. You discovered them, so you get to name them. Future generations will just have to deal with it. You know what? Being me, botanist, perfect outcome, I love it. You work under Cal, who is a better boss than he wants to admit. He doesn't mind when you disappear for a month to go trumping about in search of some new variation of fungus. But what about... Dice is a hard person to love. But once he's let you in, he's by your side for life. Yes, he is. Still wouldn't count it a happy end, but it's an okay-ish end. Okay enough. We got a job, a career end. Utopia keeps it on as second surveyor, recognizing that a man like Dice needs to feel useful or he's prone to wander. Over time, he straightens up his act and even learns to play nice with authority, though he and Utopia together certainly keep the council guessing. He spends more and more time in the wilderness, particularly during Glow. This earns him some distrust from the more militant factions in the colony. What is he doing out there? Who is he meeting? Utopia defends him the best she can. She trusts him. And that's enough to keep Dice from being hauled into an interrogation room. You know the truth though. He's just meeting Sim. It's not we destroy the world and exactly. Once you've put in the work to get past Dice's defenses, he proves to love you with the same single-minded obsessiveness with which he loves Vertumna. It's a little overwhelming at times, honestly. He's very intense. And after growing up an outcast, he can often seem dependent on your attention. You're one of the only people he's ever truly loved, and felt like he was loved in return. Deprived of it for so long, his hunger for it is bottomless to the point of self-destruction. It's something you keep revisiting during your relationship, but never to the point of breaking up. You're a bit of an odd bird yourself, and you have your own jagged edges that only Dice can soothe. After all, who else would believe that you're stuck in a time loop? Very true. None of them would, except for Sim. Dice continues his work in expeditions for many years, finding freedom and adventure in the wide open frontiers of Autumna. He's chosen a dangerous life, and his immunity to fear, a natural human response to the very real dangers of the hostile world, means that he takes on even more danger than most. Eventually, that catches up with him. Though there is no body to recover, his funeral is well attended by all expeditions, and of course by Tangent. But do we really know if he has died, or has Sim found a way to make him a gardener? There's no body to recover, so who knows? But what about symbiosis? The bridge between two peoples, undying, never aging, ever patient Sim, becomes as much a mystery to you as the rest of the planet. The colony continues to buckle under yearly attacks and unnatural disasters, but Sim never wavers in his passion to learn everything about humanity. Though he remains as cryptic as always, his affection for your species only deepens. In your grief and demoralizing fatigue, you sometimes turn to blaming Sim. Why can't he stop these attacks? Why can't he argue with the gardeners to leave humanity alone? They tried, and we did not listen. He never holds it against you, no matter how cruel your words. Every time you calm down, he patiently reminds you that his dissenting voice is one of the only reasons humanity hasn't been destroyed outright. Meeting Sim in secret makes you feel horrible sometimes, like you're being torn apart in the middle of this war. You love your friend, but the war takes its toll on your friendship, just like it wears down the colony. You visit Sim as your job allows it, but over time you see him less. He doesn't need to come to your rescue anymore. You're an adult now, and you know what you're doing out there in the wilds. Eventually, you stop seeing him at all. You think he might have taken another form? Maybe he has moved on from humans to study some other animal. Or maybe the gardeners have given up on understanding humans. The attacks only grow stronger every year. And what about Nem? Strong and true Nem sticks by your side, one of your most trusted friends. She may be friendly through it all, but few people really know her like you do. Nem becomes security chief once Red retires. Her training in defense means that the attitude of the garrison mellows in later years, and young cadets look up to her with admiration, never fear. Still, defending the colony weighs heavily on her. You watch helplessly as the endless, horrible grind of the yearly attacks takes its toll on her, and when she turns to drink to help numb the stress, you're there to support her when she's ready to claw her way back out again. Nem's relationship with Vase may have been brief, but it was formative. She doesn't throw herself into loving anyone that deeply again for a long time. Instead, focusing on her work, you're by her side during her misadventures in dating some of the other soldiers, and once, notably, Rex, howling with shared indignity and laughter with every awkward breakup. The life of a soldier is unpredictable and, unfortunately, often tragic. The colony loses Nem during an attack. She was still so young, as was Com all those years ago. It's small comfort, thinking they may be together again, wherever they are. Your parents work hard every day to see their pioneer dreams come true. Feeding the colony is a massive job, but they tackle it together. Farming, ranching, analyzing native plants, trying to find a way for humanity to thrive on Vertumna. Every year their work is hindered by the attacks that seem to target geoponics specifically, but they never give up. The strain ages them prematurely. Your mom dies of a heart attack, too young, and your dad limps forward another decade or so before it claims him too. They'll always be with you, in the ground you walk on, in the trees that give you shade, and in the cycle of life that sustains you. Your hoppy is a good companion, but you're no replacement for its own species. When a herd of hoppy roam close enough to the colony, you release it back to the wild. And a few years later, you're greeted one morning by a whole litter of hoppy kittens outside your door. And Hop Solo, proudly showing off their family. Let's go, Hop Solo. Well done. Your Ricky grows from the size of a small dog to the size of a bear, becoming more and more unwieldy and more terrifying to small children. Before the council can force you to do anything about your arachnid octopus friend Ricky Tikki, just disappears. You look everywhere in the colony for it, but your answer comes from outside the wall. A new Ricky nursery tree. Soon the colony is host to many curious Ricky pups who call you Ricky Tikki home. And in my later years, the days turn to months, eventually becoming years, then decades. Before you know it, you're old. Life is tough, but rewarding. Is it? For Tumna continues to challenge you and your loved ones. The attacks continue every year, getting harder and harder to withstand. And not just that, but droughts, earthquakes, diseases, storms, pestilence, and more. Some years you worry that the colony and humanity will be wiped off the map for good. But humans are good at surviving. The adversity strengthens your resolve. You mourn your dead, celebrate your births, and keep adapting to whatever the planet throws at you. Ooh, old, yeah, exactly. This is your home, for better or worse. You do what you can to make it a good one. Yeah. Eventually, death comes to you, as it does to everyone. In the moment of your death, as your brain cells fizzle out one by one and shut down forever, a vision swims in your mind's eye. Is that a person? Hello, old us. Hello, old us. They seem so familiar. You feel like you know them so well. Oh, it's you, only ancient. Her arms are covered with so many data bands, so many lifetimes of knowledge. The ancient you speaks without moving her mouth. Not in words, but in something like pictures. Still, you understand. She smiles. We had a good life, don't you think? But there are so many possibilities. And this was only one of them. Could have done better. I can tell from the weight of your soul, she says sadly, that many of your friends and family died before their time. People who might not have, perhaps, if you'd made different choices. She pats her shoulder consolingly. It's natural, in grief, to wish you could have done something different, to have saved someone. But we're special, aren't we? We really can save them. We have a chance to take another path, to change the way your life turned out. She reaches out a hand. Come with me. Yay! We did it! We did it! Oh, so good. I'm not sure if I go here, if I can do that again. Start a new life. Let's go here. Botanist. Loving it. And I get the whole thing again. So cool. So, yeah, we got a career ending. Not bad, not necessarily very good either. But I'm happy with it. Oh, we actually have to go here. Both your boyfriend and best friend died though. In the end, not during our during our playtime though. Yeah, this is for next time, for myself. Like, they did at some point because of their life choices. Oh, I want to show you something, by the way. We had the 100 friendship with both Sim and Dice in romance. So Dice is on here, and so is Sim. They're both now on my starting screen, which I think is really, really cute. I love that. And I have a feeling if in different playthroughs we go for different people, that they will be added to this as well. So they show up on this starting screen to see how far you came. I love that. It's a really nice little thing. They didn't have to add that, but it gives, I don't know, it gives something really good to it. Right, Smurf? So, I have a little, I have a teeny tiny announcement. Teeny tiny. Remember how I ordered the Faceless plushie a couple of weeks ago? That is their 3rd anniversary thing. Apparently there was something extra for the first 200 people who backed up that little, it was a little crowdfunding thingy through the company that they're using for those plushies. And apparently I was one of the first 200 that bought it. And the extra thing is that I actually got an extra key for this game. So with my birthday coming up really soon, I'm gonna keep holding on to that key, and we're gonna give that away during the birthday stream. I'm gonna think of a different way than I would normally do that. I think something fun needs to be added to this little giveaway for you to be able to have a chance for this one. I want this to go to someone who is actually gonna absolutely enjoy the shit out of it. So I might actually make sure that you guys have to work a little bit for it, so that I know it's going to someone who's absolutely want to take on the journey. It is a great bonus. I was so surprised when I got that email. I was like, wait, what? I didn't understand at first because it was just a code. And it did look like a Steam code. And I was like, what's going on? And then I started looking through all the dev blogs. And I saw it there. And I was like, wait, was I one of the first 200? I guess I was. So in the last life, your character is both monogamous and poly. Having fucked all of them, but always being monogamous. Right, yeah. Although I haven't been that monogamous here, right? Who did I want to fuck most in the game? Only people who were here can say. Or watching the VODs, that's also an option, you know? But maybe, who knows? We'll see. We'll figure something out. I also still need to figure out when I'm gonna do my birthday stream. I'm not sure yet. But we'll make it work. And we're gonna get there, and you'll get an invite soon enough for that lovely day. I had the plan. Fair, but that's quite a time investment for a game key. It depends. If they've been keeping up with it, it could be. I know a couple of people are actually just keeping up with the VODs. Possibly because they can't be here while I'm streaming, while I'm live. So, who knows? They'll hear this and they're like, okay, that day, I need to keep an eye on it and I need to be there. Who knows? I do want to give them that option. So I had no clue how long this was gonna take. And I had something else lined up, but we're not gonna do that anymore. I don't have the energy for it. But I think I'm gonna move that to the first bit of our Sunday stream. So I'm gonna announce that in the Discord for a bit as well. That we're gonna do something extra on Sunday for the first half an hour probably. This game is on sale at the moment. Ooh, nice. 50% off, and if anyone definitely wants it. Okay, that's a good one. Let me check what the price currently is then. If you in the Eurozone, it is currently $12.25. That is a very, very decent price for how much gameplay you're gonna get out of this. Just to give you an idea, through streaming, you have to keep that in mind. I've been streaming it, so that always takes longer most of the time, because we're talking about certain choices and stuff. But for 2 lives, I now have 60 hours in the game. I go by, if I get like an hour for every euro I spend out of the game, I'm good. This is a lot more. This is already more than double the amount of time that I got for the full price of the game, actually. So yeah, if you really can't wait and you really, really want to make sure that you have the game, go get it now for half price off. Otherwise, you can wait around for my birthday stream and see if you can win a key. And it is on sale more often. I know that for sure. I've bought it on sale as well, if I remember correctly. So yeah, there's that. What we're gonna do is we're gonna find someone to raid. Oh, that's sweet. I just got a gift, sub-gifted at Swaggies. Let me see if there's someone that I really want to raid, or if we're just gonna go there then maybe. Thank you for doing that, Yip. I appreciate you. Maybe we should just go to Swaggy. Yeah. I think that's a great idea. Let's do it. Oh no, wait, we already... Did we raid Swaggy recently? No, we didn't. Okay, I'm gonna bring you guys to... can I get that just to... That's annoying. Okay, I can do that differently though. I can do... Give me a second, guys. I'm trying to make sure that I'm actually being counted as a viewer there. There. Thanks for being here, guys. I appreciate you. We are gonna raid Swaggy Zebra. Swaggy Zebra is playing Valheim at the moment, but they're also playing Voyages of Nera, which is how I actually got to know them. Thanks for not killing the planet. Thank you for helping me out every now and then to make sure I wouldn't kill the planet. That's an extra one. So this is where we're gonna go. If you're being left behind, please stick around for the raid. But if you're being left behind, please go there manually. If you are just a follower and don't have a sub, get the first raid message. If you are subbed, you can get the one with the moving emotes. That one is for the subbies. You did it all on your own. You guys actually helped me. Even if you might not have given me answers, just being able to voice my ideas and get a little bit of feedback on them, that really helped. So thank you guys for being here with me on this journey, sticking around for the second live. And who knows, we might return to it at some point to see if we can get that very, very specific ending that we're kind of looking for. That we now teased, actually. The one where we do take up on the offer from the Overseer. I'm very curious what that's going to be about. Anyways, I'm going to be back on Sunday, starting, I think 2 p.m. I said, with a little bit of a demo beforehand, a really nice one, a really cool one. I'm really looking forward to it. And then we're going to do Stardew, new, Monster Farm, special stuff, spooky stuff. Anyways, may the best of your today be the worst of your tomorrow. Take care of yourself. Have a great, great weekend. And I hope to see you on Sunday. Bye, lovelies.